Here's how Bernie can still win.
Alright, let's start.
That was good timing. Okay, guys, go to the Requia tab and witness the introduction. Oh, I should probably read it because I did write one, but I was gonna just do it on the fly. That's okay.
Dude, you should do the Game of Thrones intro, but instead of the music, it's just you playing the recorder.
You should do the Game of Thrones intro instead of the music. You just get naked on stream.
Just
Sus.
spread your butt, Jake.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, we just lost 5 viewers.
I think it's all of us.
Yeah, I think we're the only ones watching
Yeah,
the
I
stream.
think so
It's
too.
great.
Fuck.
Big pog.
So I'm streaming this tab, and then oh, what voice should I do for the introduction? Should I just do my normal voice, or should I go a long, long time ago?
Bro, whatever you want. You're the streamer.
Put a little bit of stank on it.
Dude, do the stanky leg, please, on stream. I'll donate $1.
Something that I would never do ever.
Gotta put donations in, bro, so I can donate $1 every time for you to do the stanky leg.
I don't even know how donations work. It's okay. You guys hear music? It's faint.
Yes.
No, I don't.
Good.
I might have to turn up Firefox.
It's okay. As long as it's not blasting through your... If you have headphones, you can listen to it. If you don't, don't.
It's incredibly faint, yeah.
Is it? Can you hear it on the stream?
I can hear it in my own browser. It's incredibly faint, yeah.
Is it too
You gotta
loud?
turn it up. You gotta go to the music tab and hover over now playing and turn it up.
So I gotta turn up on the stream itself though, so that's gonna be different. It is all the way up. It's really quiet. There we go.
Oh yeah, that's there.
Is that too loud?
Nope.
So welcome everyone to I guess I could do an intro. Stream is starting. This is the Idiot's Inn. I'm the game master, and we're playing some fantasy Dungeons and Dragons in a homebrew world that I am creating. Here we go. The continent of Requia is in chaos. The reformed Alathian Empire, after 300 years of peace, is at war once again. The continent of Requia, which was once entirely controlled by the ancient Alathian Empire, is now split in two. The peaceful rise of the neighboring eastern kingdom of Valia has turned sour. Although much newer than Alathia, Valia has exceeded human potential, now being one of the most prosperous civilizations in the world. But after the assassination of the High King of Valia, the vacuum of power allowed for a new force of authority to rise. The Hierarchs of Helios. This religious branch of the Valian government seized control of the empire, declaring a new age of theocracy and enlightenment. But by doing so, the Hierarchs started their great campaign across the seas, seeking new land, followers, and resources. When the word got out to the rest of the world that their so-called Great Campaign was just a facade for violent crusade, Alathia officially declared war, protectorate war, on those shared lands, and those across the sea. 5 months later, the first blood on the battlefield has been shed and resolved. Valia still stands strong, expanding their might and sharing their prosperity to the world. There are new factions involved, including the, we're going to go to the map here.
Bro, the Lords of the Vale.
Yeah.
That's literally from the thing.
Is that a thing already?
No, that was in Game of Thrones.
Were they literally called the Lords of the Vale?
The Knights of the Vale will come to your aid.
Oh, well, a vale is just a
Mistress of Winterfell.
big open plain, and there are a bunch of lords that came together over the plains. So, they're I guess, you can't copyright location. So you guys are going to be starting in the neutral states, those who have not declared allegiance to any empire in this here world. The battle goes on north of Odara, one of the kind of stronger cities in the city-states, kind of in the neutral zone. In Odara, actually, I can take you there. I've built it. You are all. So this here is Odara. Kind of a mountainside city, very large, several districts, and it's prospering. The war hasn't really affected the city much at all. It's got its own trade, and with the Almerian Merchant League, everything seems to be okay. You guys start at the Guild Hall of the Adventuring League Guild Hall, kind of based in Odara. You have been recruited for your skills and kind of demonstrating. You are a possible candidate for certain missions involving a tussle. So you have all received letters from the guild to meet at this time, and you kind of all arrive together. So I want you to introduce yourselves. Welcome to the Guild Hall of Adventurers based in Odara. Let's start with Timothy Burns.
Why, hello. I am I'm a small forest gnome. Very gnomish features. With dark brown hair. And kind of darkish greenish cloaks. Yeah. Do you just want a physical description?
Yeah, well, sure. I mean, you're a gnome trickster, right? Rogue.
Yeah, an arcane trickster.
Great. So,
Mhm.
all right, Lumith, you're up.
So you just want the description
Yeah,
of them, or you
describe
want?
of what you look, and then tell your race and class. Or yeah.
Okay. So Ruluna is not an exceptionally attractive person. Just pretty normal looking for an elf. He has short white hair with a long white goatee. His eyes always give the appearance that he looks exhausted. He's always exhausted from his studies. He stands at about around 6 feet, and he has an aura of calmness and always seeming at peace with himself.
Fantastic.
And I'm an elf artificer.
Yeah, high elf armorist. All right, Dinless.
I'm Dinless. I'm a fish man. I stepped into a void and came out with the ability to produce wild magic, but I have no idea how to use it. So it's kind of random, whatever. I'm green and scaly.
So a Triton is a humanoid-looking figure. It's kind of like a merman with legs. You got gills, but you're fully aquatic and fully not aquatic. I don't know the science terms, but you can breathe underwater. You've got fins and flaps, and you are a wild magic sorcerer. All right, Max, you're up.
Hello, it is nice to meet you. My name is Kuro Vaidautis. I am from tribe Burak. I am half orc. I am trying to be the world's leading anthropologist. But
Fantastic.
some here call me barbarian. I am roughly 6 feet tall. And I have very few, they say thoughts, they are called thoughts, yes. I have very few thoughts, but I still very much enjoy like to learn.
Awesome.
What's anthropology again? Isn't that just like the study of like humanity? Like, is that like everything?
Yeah, like peoples, like the
I try
culture.
to study
Like
people.
culture and society?
Yeah, I think so.
I am very interested in culture and overall makeup of the interesting races around me.
The music's too loud, Jake. And we're too quiet on stream.
I'm trying to balance it all, because my headphones don't hear anything close to what the stream is hearing.
I am a half-orc barbarian, and I am a, let's see here, path of the berserker.
Great.
Path of the berserker.
So you guys all arrive at the guild hall. We walked through the streets of Odara, very populous streets, marketplaces, and all sorts of things. People going about their business. And you all arrive at the door. The big sign says Adventurers Guild Hall, and this is the place you need to be. You're here to meet a Sir Cal Byron. So what would you all like to do? You can eye each other up, kind of seeing what you guys look like.
Are we all in there already, or are we all just walking in, or?
You kind of all got there. I could say that.
So many faces, so many of them sober.
Shame.
And so go ahead and move your characters in. Let's test some movement here. Let's see how it looks. You got some movements? All right, can you open that door? Yep, great. Keep going. See what we got. Perfect. All right, we're having a hard time here. It's a little laggy. How's it going on your end?
We're fine.
I'm in the room. We're good.
Okay, so
Yeah,
it's just the observers being pretty laggy. So you all kind of gather inside the room. This seems to be like an old manor that kind of got refurbished into a kind of a hall for the guild. There's several rooms. You can kind of see through the windows. You saw some people working somewhere at desks. You can kind of hear kind of upstairs some faint clashing of swords and grunting as if someone seems to be training. Someone greets you. It's a woman in kind of nicer robes, kind of blonde hair, green eyes, and she kind of goes up and goes, "Great, welcome to the Adventuring Guild Hall. We have been expecting you. Sir Byron will be waiting for you in his office if you would like to follow me."
And who are you?
Yes. Fuck you.
Excuse me.
Quite rude you are.
My name is
I would
Adora.
suppose this is greeting in your language.
Oh, you are right.
Oh, good.
These voices are incredible.
I'm gonna look at Timothy Burns and why are you talking like that?
What do you mean?
I've studied a lot of gnomes and I've never met a gnome that talks like that.
Perhaps, but have you ever met a forest gnome?
I have not.
I'm
May
just
I
gonna
interview you
turn.
about your people?
Somebody's talking.
Hold on.
No.
God, shut up.
I fucking
So
hate
hungover.
I don't think I can run it in full screen. I don't think it works. Because I'm
Very
getting
much want to
a lot of
interview
lag
the
on my end.
fishman.
You have any grog?
I have no alcohol on me for now.
Just shut up.
Shut.
Oh,
What-
spicy.
What is this word?
Okay.
It means he wants to be your friend.
Commit
I
mouth hole
accept your
close.
friendship. Very good, fishman.
Oh, I see. All right. So she takes you upstairs. So I will move you to the second floor, where I think you should be able to control your characters the same way. How's that looking? Getting used to
Looking good.
getting used to the interface while streaming. It's a little slow on my end, so hopefully it's not too bad on yours.
I got a drink, so it'll be a bit more fun.
Perfect.
I mean, if we're all getting drinks, might as well crack open one myself.
Of course.
I filled half a tumbler glass with whiskey, so I'm good to go for the rest of the night.
Oh, whiskeys.
So Adora takes you to the room in the bottom left corner. Timothy Burns already knows where it is. and she kind of asks you all to step in, and a kind of armored with fine clothing. It's not very functional armor, but it's made to look like he's the leader. He's got nice robes around it. It's embezzled very nicely. He stands to greet you and goes, "Ah, welcome. Please have a seat. I see you all
Don't
got
sit
my
on me."
message." And so
I'm
you
gonna go ahead
guys,
and take it.
yeah, you guys pull out the chairs.
I would
Thank
like to
you,
take the
Adara.
chair. I would like
Of course,
to pick it up.
Cal. And she closes the door behind her. What was that, Max?
I'm picking up the chair.
Oh, that's
I'm just gonna stand there.
very
holding
quite not necessary. Please have a seat on the
it.
chair.
Thank you for your kindness. I will find some use for this.
The chair is not for. It's not a gift. I'm offering you a
have-
seat at my table.
Oh, you want me to have? I see. Okay.
He wants you to have the whole table.
Do not. I think you are trying to trick me.
He kind of sighs, and I know what I expected when I looked for this type of people.
I'm gonna look at the guy and I'm just gonna say, "Listen, don't group me in with these people."
He chuckles and nods, and he goes, "Yes, I believe I know of you, Ryludith. Ryludith? Am I saying that correctly?"
Yes.
And you hear a knock on the door. What does that sound?
Yeah. What the hell is that?
I have no idea.
Sorry.
I honestly didn't know what that was.
Yeah,
He's just snoring. Like, is there
Well,
is someone's mic
I
feedback
thought
wrong?
Leon joined the chat and was taking a rip.
I was so confused.
I was trying to snore.
Yeah, I know. No worries. It was great. It took me a second to realize what that was. I didn't know if it was a problem. The door opens and a kind of tall, kind of tanner-looking man walks in. And Rylunith, you recognize this as Azim. He's not supposed to have a name to him. That's a mod that is not working correctly. And he goes, looks like great. Everyone's here. And Cal Myron stands up and goes, "Great, Azim, please join us." And Rylunith, you and Azim exchange looks as you have met before. And Azim takes a seat at the table.
I'm just gonna
Who's
give
this
him
guy?
a quick glance and a nod.
He
For right
goes,
now.
my name is Azim, and I will be your ambassador for the Armenian Merchant League for this journey. And
God.
Cal Byron kind of nods and goes, "Great, on to the point." The Merchant Guild, the Merchant League, has graciously accepted the deal to provide supplies to the small town of Stratford to the north. And he kind of talks about the relationship that the trade has for a small second, and then Azim interrupts him and goes, "Yes, this is strictly off the books." And he reminds Cal Byron not to share too much information. But Byron then goes to say, there have been many bandits that have been kind of intercepting our trade routes and supplies to different towns in the area, and we need a small group of starting adventurers to escort these supplies to Stratford. Winter is coming, and they have not met their quota for harvest this season. It is unsure if they will survive the winter. So I'm tasking you all to go send a caravan of supplies. Our caravans have been intercepted in the past doing the normal trade routes, so we're trying a new method. Our scouts have seen that in the mountains there is a old path that bandits should not even know about in the slightest. It should be an uneventful journey, and you will arrive at Stratford within the next.
I'm gonna interrupt
4 days.
him.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say, "Listen, this is great and all, but why would you be sending someone like myself along with a group of these people into such a mission that seems uneventful?"
I'd like to slam my hands onto the table and say, "You got something to say to me?"
No.
Um,
I'll look at him and say, "No, but your breath could stop a whole caravan."
I take that as a compliment.
Good where we are going. It'll stop the bandits right in their tracks.
Is this breath attack a form of magic?
I don't know, maybe.
I'm gonna look back at the guy and I'm just going to raise my hands and say, "You see what I'm talking about, right?"
Byron kind of nods and goes,
This is not a schoolhouse. You do not have to raise your hands.
No, not raise my hand like I'm asking a question. Shrug and raise my hands like up. Facing up.
Azim.
I thought you were trying to get his attention.
Azim, he kind of
No.
nods to Azim. Azim personally requested you would be on this this journey, for your past has made you reliable.
I don't even
You two
know this
have
guy.
fought past, you do.
And he goes, yes, hopefully it's uneventful, but so have all our other caravans were supposed to be the same, and it hasn't turned out that way. We have no contact with them. We have no idea what happened to them. We assume the bandits, of course. Azim, I'll let you take it from here. And Azim stands up and goes, thank you. My supplies are outside in Reti whenever you are. We should be departing soon. I prefer this evening, but if need be, we can do the next morning. And he kind of nods, and Calbyron stands up and he goes, well, that would conclude. If you're in, you get 50 gold now and 50 when you deliver the supplies. And he plops bags of gold on the table.
50? I didn't know 50 was worth a life. How many caravans have you said made it through?
Finally, someone was sent.
Well, we've only sent 2 caravans, and so far none have reached their destination.
And what did you pay them?
Same price. It's a standard fee.
Well, I would think maybe a little increase if we make it, considering you've already lost 2.
Let me tell you this.
I want a jug of wine.
The fee is non-negotiable. It's a standard guild rate. But if you manage
Jug of wine or I'm out.
If you manage to find the other supplies or the other guild members, the guild will reward you handsomely.
Dead or alive, or does it matter?
Well,
assuming we don't know what the bandits did with them.
If you have any information, you could be financially compensated for it.
I'm gonna turn to Urul and say, you know that 50 gold coins will buy you all the wine you want, right?
It's a very generous. It's a very generous. Very generous fee.
I do not consume much wine. I think the fishman would appreciate this more.
He thought you were me.
Wait, hold on. I have to figure out everybody's voice.
Fishman, does your species rely on alcohol for life?
Right. I meant to say that to the fish man, actually.
Maybe.
We gotta find a short.
This is very interesting. I shall add it to the notes immediately.
I just thought the dude who was talking like an orc was actually the orc, not the fish. No, I actually meant to address that.
So I'm gonna try to pronounce everybody's names again. So we got Dinless, Plagueis, Ryluneth,
Pleasure,
Camoria, Camoria. We got Timothy Burns. That's an easy one. I like that one. And then Uru of Guaditis.
Yes, that shall do.
Okay. I'm never gonna be sick. Urul. It's a good orc name. I just wish I spoke orc.
A disease.
This is my family name.
He kind of goes, and he's kind of waiting for you to accept the job. And Azim starts to walk towards the door.
I'm gonna. Is it the gold in the middle of the table?
Yeah, it's in individual pouches for each person.
I'm gonna grab the gold and turn to him and say, please don't ever waste my time like this again. You're lucky that Azim has requested me. And then I'm going to get up from the table and follow Azim.
Cal Byron nods and smiles at your statement.
I grab the gold and hop off my little thing and follow them.
All right.
I'll
I'll-
also grab the gold and say, I will help to alleviate the suffering of the villagers.
Speaking of villagers, what are we delivering?
What kind of car do I drive?
A Toyota.
I didn't think Timothy Birds would sound like Yoda, but
Can we jump?
Require.
that may or may not get old. But it's we're committing. It's going. This is the start. This is the start of a campaign. So, yeah, you guys start.
I'll
You
pick
asked
up
that
the
question.
Gold, fall out of my chair, and then stumble out the door.
Azim kind of, as he's walking kind of towards the floor, ground floor, and outside, he kind of leans back and says, the supplies are very standard. Medicine, grains, food, warm blankets, all sorts of things that people need for the winter.
Interesting.
Governor
I
Vaughn
roll a
himself
insight
has
check?
requested this. Yeah. Go ahead. First roll. First roll of the day.
First roll.
Knowing that
Did that roll?
Yeah. So you got a
did.
12.
You rolled with advantage though
Oh.
for some reason.
No, it'll roll everything with advantage. Just take the first
Oh,
number.
it always will.
Yeah, so just so we don't, it doesn't.
Okay,
Just take the one on the left.
cool.
It seems like he's telling the truth. I mean, it makes sense. It seems like all the things that they're sending off.
Jesus, J-Will.
What? What's wrong with you?
And so you guys, I'm assuming you'll follow Azim outside.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
I do at least.
Outside, the cart pulls up. It is so there's a carriage pulled by 2 draft horses, followed by another carriage that is kind of more of a storage. You can tell the difference based on the decoration. And he kind of goes and he kind of turns to all of you and he asks, when will you be ready for departure?
Ready now? I am.
Yes, I suppose we should get a move on now.
I will go as well.
Azim nods in agreement, and he goes into the first carriage. So there's a driver, so there's a driving person. They get off and kind of, with your natural understanding, they expect someone to grab the reins. As the driver kind of hops up and walks into the guild hall. We're not going to be using the map for now. We're just going to be doing this theater of minds. But Azim goes into the first carriage and steps in, opens the door, and he goes to sit down. The second carriage, yeah. What do you guys want to do? Where do you want to be?
I'm gonna use ritual alarm in the second carriage with the storage.
Okay. Yeah. So while everything's getting set up, you spend about 10 minutes. People are getting settled, finding what's going on. You set the alarm spell on that. Do you want it on the door or like
In the actual thing.
okay?
So let me
inside of
describe it. I'll describe it for you.
Okay.
So I'll walk into the second caravan cart, and then the kind of tight storage area.
Mhm.
Going to start setting up wires around the floor and around the cabin, so that whenever anybody,
I'll adjust this. It's locked, and so Azim will unlock it for you to do this,
okay,
and then relock it
okay.
when you're done.
So I'll explain to him. I'll set an alarm to make sure nobody gets in here without us knowing, and I'll use the ritual alarm and I'll set up some wires and magically enchant them so that if anybody enters, a mental alarm will alert me.
Great. That is quite wise.
Mhm.
So where's everyone sitting? I'm gonna say there's 2 driver spots. There's 4 slots inside the actual carriage, and there's half a slot inside the storage, which is locked, and you shouldn't be in there. So where do you guys want to be?
I know someone that's half-sized.
Last time Timothy could fit in there. It is possible. So I guess I'm wondering, where do you want to align yourselves?
Can I kind of sit/lay on the top of the storage cart?
Yep, absolutely. Let's
Awesome.
I'll sit
And
in
I'm-
the actual van.
FYI, right as I kind of get on the top of the storage cart, I'm going to start casting the ritual Find Familiar to get my owl boy kind of going.
Yep. So Timothy Burns.
Wait, are we
gets
out
his-
in front already?
Yes, you guys are. So the map, we're not using the map. We're just talking. You guys are out in the street.
Oh, okay,
right
got it,
now,
got it.
And you're prepping the carts for everything.
Okay, I'm just gonna sit somewhere. Just stumble inside and sit on one of the chairs.
Yeah. So you kind of make your way. Do you want to stumble inside the carriage, or do you want to be in the front where the driver would be?
I'll sit in the front with the driver.
Okay.
Air
So
feels good on my face.
you kind of stumble on. You kind of sit, and there's some place reins in front of you. You're the only one sitting. You will notice that the intoxicated one has just started to claim the driver's seat of the caravan. And if that is okay with you, so be it.
If we have someone drunk driving, it will disguise our movements to any bandits.
Precisely.
If we have someone drunk driving, it will disguise our movements to bandits.
That's what I was
Take that out of
That's
context
true.
right there and put it in a post-apocalyptic 2020.
This is a good idea because the fishman requires alcohol to live, and therefore, as he is inebriated currently, he is working at his absolute maximum. I am sure of this. I'm an anthropologist.
All right, so Timothy's
I
on
like this man's
the
reasoning.
the carriage, or the storage carriage. Urul, where are you sitting? Where are you putting your character? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Urul. Yeah, we can hear you.
Max, you there?
Oh, yes.
Where are you putting yourself on the caravan for the trip?
I suppose I shall sit in the back and look over my notes. And he just sort of sits in the back, and when he opens up his notes, you can see absolute scrawl written all over the pages.
So you're sitting in the same caravan or carriage as Azim is currently right now.
Yes.
And
With me as well.
okay, so the 3 of you are back, and Timothy's on the back. Azim kind of sits there and notices. He kind of looks towards it and kind of slides the thing open, and he looks at the trident driving, and he closes it. He goes, "Is it wise that the trident is driving the carriage for this journey?"
Probably not.
I heard that.
Hmm.
I'll have you know I'm at peak potential.
He kind of sighs and goes, "Do any of you know how to drive a carriage?"
I don't.
Does anyone have vehicle proficiency? Land.
Land.
Land vehicle proficiency. It is for carriages and other things like that. Wagons. I'm
I
assuming
literally
no.
only see animal handling in the attribute.
It's not a skill. It's a proficiency that some backgrounds can give you. And if not, Azim's gonna sigh and none of you know how to drive a carriage, do you? And he starts to stand up and walks out of the carriage. He seems to walk into the guild hall. And yeah, about 5 minutes pass.
Wait, before he comes back.
Can we leave without him?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. Before he comes back, just gonna say,
We're leaving. Okay.
Driver, go!
Do you guys just go?
This probably
said
is very
driver.
wise.
Oh,
Are you
I am
guys?
confident
Are you
that
guys stealing the
leaving will
supplies?
not insult our employers, as this is a custom of this land, correct?
My
Dude,
lord. All right. it's time
do they
to-
know our names? Free supplies we might have.
too late, we're going.
We must. Are you
I'm just-
insinuating that we steal the supplies?
Okay, let me
What
think.
about
No.
the hungry
Are
villagers?
you guys gonna get arrested?
Not the
for session?
medicine.
But they are hungry and cold.
Well, yeah, that's why we give them medicine.
So is this day one of Outlaws campaign? Are we just gonna do that? Is that how we're doing it?
Outlaws? That'd be bad.
Maybe we make it, maybe we don't.
All right. Well, I guess,
But driver, drive.
Session 1 will start 2 weeks from now after you all die in the prisons of Odara. Yeah, hold on. If you guys actually want to do this, we can.
Wake up, wake up.
Let me just.
No,
They told me to
Azim-
wait, so I'm waiting.
Azim walks out with another character. I'm just gonna reuse this guy because we had him last time.
Can we go yet?
I do not like this. A Darko Loyal. This tan-skinned man in armor, like half plate, with a long sword at his hip, walks out, talking to Azim, and he kind of goes, "I thought I wasn't supposed to be on this mission. You're supposed to replace me." And Azim kind of goes, "Well, it looks like our scouts were wrong about the abilities of these men." And you kind of catch the glimpse of that conversation. Timothy, you do, and I want, I want Plagueis. I want you to make a perception check for me. See if you can hear that comment.
Aye, aye, Captain. Where's my? There we go.
Yeah, so you were not aware of what he just said, but you got it. And this this man kind of climbs up and scoots you to the side.
Okay.
And he kind of introduces himself. He kind of reaches his hand out and he goes, nice to meet you. My name is Darko Loyal. Pleasure. And he reaches out his hand to shake.
I slap my hand into his in a firm shake and say, "Pleasure."
And he kind of like pulls away and goes, and he slowly grabs the reins from you. You later see Azim walk in to open the door of the carriage and walk in and sit down.
Well,
Perfect.
mute yourself, bro.
What?
Mute yourself. We can hear everything you're doing.
Don't be such a pussy about it, bro.
It's annoying.
I'm just gonna kick Dribble altogether.
Poggers.
So yeah, and I guess you're off. The journey starts. The journey begins. Cluck cluck. The carriage is clocking away, going through the town. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Perfect. Let's hope this music isn't too loud, because I haven't balanced it yet. Because I don't actually know what it sounds like.
I would like to yell "Woo!" as loud as I can, and also make an athletics check because I need to make sure that I'm not going to fall out.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check. Okay, now make a dexterity saving throw. You're fine. So you get excited, and you slip off the edge, but you grab Darko as Darko kind of grabs on you and pulls you back in. Oh my! You kind
Is
of
Azim sitting in the cart?
Azim is in the cart, and you guys are on your way. I can't hear anything, so that's cool.
I'm gonna talk to Azim.
Alright, 1 second. I'm balancing my stuff here. Alright, yeah, you guys are off. You make your way down kind of down the mountainside of the city, curving through the streets, getting your way to the gate. The rear gate, so the gate towards the mountains. I like that, putting that in chat. We can see your notes. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start talking to Azim, and I'm gonna say, so what's the game here, Azim? This doesn't seem like a mission you would uptake.
Well, Azim. Wow, that's great. Hold on. He kind of nods and he goes, "Well, I've been tasked to personally accompany this one, for my previous escorts have all been taken, and the Merchant League doesn't really fly well with lost merchandise. And he hopefully this won't be no fighting will be necessary." He kind of turns to Earl, and he kind of tilts his head and goes, "I'm not sure if I've met a half-orc so sophisticated, especially one as yourself."
I thank you. I am. My father was of a nobility. It is the House of Gordatis, if you have heard.
He sits for a second, and I have not heard of your house.
It is a far-off land, and he told me at a very young age that I would inherit lands, but I have never been able to find it.
Interesting. Well, I've heard from my sources that you're quite the fighter, as well as everyone else should be. But he kind of leans in and whispers, "This Triton is worrisome." As he kind of keeps the whisper at the hushed tone. He has incredible power, but now looking at it,
Who's saying this?
I'm not sure if he knows anything. Azim.
He's saying that to both of us?
Yeah.
Who has great power? Sorry, you were kind of speaking a little too quiet.
Okay. He had. I'm not sure about this Triton.
The fish dude.
Yeah. And he goes, my sources say he does have incredible power, but actually seeing him has made me think that he doesn't know how to use it.
I'll just laugh and say, I spends way too much of his time drunk to understand it, if he has it.
Oh. Well, people with power like that must have gotten it somehow. And the thing, Timothy, do you want to be listening in to these conversations, or are you kind of doing your own thing? You got your owl now, so.
He's on top
yeah,
of the storage cart.
yeah,
I don't
I'm
think
just kind of
he
lying
would
on my
be
back.
here.
I'm not really trying to like snoop or anything.
Okay, so you're kind of enjoying your ride. You just reached the gates of the city now, and Darko and everyone else, he kind of nods to the guards as the gates are already open, and you're now off into the mountainside. After about 3 hours of traveling, you finally get to a more unwalked path, a path that is kind of covered in bushes and Brussels and trees and things like that. Darko and Azim, he kind of knocks and opens, and he opens a little slide to the carriage, and he goes to Azim and goes, "I think this is the spot." Azim kind of nods and kind of peers out the carriage, and goes, "Yes, we just need to clear those bushes." Earl, would you mind being so kind as to clearing the way? Uru, I believe. Would you be so kind as to clear the way to the path? Darko must show you, as he's trying to get you to go out and help Darko. As you,
Absolutely.
yeah, Darko's kind of hacking at some
Absolutely, I can
bushes
do
and moving
this.
some logs out so the carriage can actually get to where it needs to go.
Yes. Okay. So, should I run a strength check?
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Oh, an athletics. Okay.
Oh, phew.
Oh shit.
You're you don't do a great job. You still got an 8,
Great.
so you're doing fine. But you honestly, it took twice as long because Darko is doing all the work.
Jacob, real quick.
Yeah.
Are we still running off the fact that whenever I cast a spell, I have to roll a d20 for a random effect?
Yep. And I had that built in, so it's gonna do it for you.
I can help.
Okay. Yeah. So as Urul doesn't seem to be
Windy
making much progress.
Thingy, go.
Oh boy. Did it work? Let's see. Oh, it whispers.
Well, unless the bushes can roll just for strength.
They can, I believe. Actually.
I thought they just have a standard 10.
I think.
I-
Let me look. Any creature, plants, sure. Yeah, they. How long does this last for? A minute? So, a gust of wind. I want Urul to make a strength saving throw with Darko,
All right.
as the Triton has just. And actually, yeah, I do want you to roll a d20. I'm not sure if it's working because I tested it earlier today, but it's not working.
You want?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
All right, we're starting off strong, boys.
Oh shit.
Time to party, Jill.
Let's see. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna roll on the search table here. So, let's see. We get 16, and he rolled something. This is just fantastic. So, a gust of wind just surges through as Darko is completely blasted 15 feet into the bushes. And you keep going, but it seems as though the Triton completely disappears. As you are now invisible for the next minute. And other creatures can't hear you. So they can't hear or see you. You can still interact with them, like physically, but it goes away if you attack or cast a spell. Actually, I won't give you that details. I'll just say you're invisible. From what you know, you don't understand what's going on to you, but you look down in your hands, they're completely gone, and you look and you don't see anything.
Spooky ghost! I died.
As Urul, you manage to stay foot strong as Darko goes into the bushes, and you guys all hear this commotion. Azim seems very confused. What is going on out
Azim's
there?
on the cart with me.
Yeah.
The Wordsprecher told me of this magic at one point. It is horrifying, and I do not like it very much.
Well, I suppose we should check out whether the half-orc and the drunk have killed themselves already. And I'm going to get out of the cart and look around.
All right. So yeah, you step out of the cart. You see. What is that? Timothy on top, and you see that Darko nor the Triton are anywhere to be found, but Urul is standing there, kind of holding back as a gust of wind is coming from the driver's seat. Yeah, it seems pretty chaotic. You're not quite sure what's going on.
Typical. What happened? We just started our adventure, and already you're causing commotion.
The fishman seems to have
Cannot believe
consumed
you rolled
enough
a 20.
alcohol. to summon forth great magic from his hands. I am sure this magical power comes from the alcohol.
And where is he?
I have not seen much, considering my vision is not feeling very, how you say, beautiful. I am very not doing well.
So, Dinless, you're completely invisible, and you see them walk around, and they're out there, and you're still blasting that wind. After about 15 seconds of the loud, deafening wind, Darko kind of comes through the bushes, as most of them have been cleared from the path. He's yelling, but it's very hard to hear what he's saying.
Isn't Dinless invisible?
He's completely invisible, and you can't even hear you can't even hear him. So, John, what do you want to do? Keep blasting.
I'm gonna try to stop blasting.
Yeah, so you can stop. You can end that spell at any time.
Yeah, I will end the spell.
The gust of wind fades as the path is now clear.
Hey, you see that?
Well, the wind stopped, but where is the Linus?
It was
Dinless.
on
The fishman has blown himself to the other life.
I'd like to go up and poke Ural and try to get his attention.
You feel it. You
am
feel a
going
poke.
to I'm gonna swing my axe around me.
All right, make an attack roll with disadvantage. Just make an attack roll, and we'll see what happens.
All right, 1 second.
Because it's already got advantage on it, or disadvantage. So a 15. Does that hit your AC, Sean?
Let me have a look. It absolutely does.
Alright, so you take 15 points of slashing damage as Urul just swings his axe.
I say,
yeah, go ahead.
As I say, these spirits!
And you feel contact right in front of you as I'd say some Triton blood squirts out, and it slashes.
Oh, just
through.
blood appeared?
Yeah, just kind of squirts out of just nowhere.
Fuck!
Wait, stop. He's invisible. I assume. Well, hold on.
Make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
From what you see, if your eyes deceive you, blood just squirted out of nowhere. So you think it is possible that he could be invisible.
Okay. Wait. Stop. He might be invisible. Stop slashing around.
I am horrified. The spirits do not usually bleed, but fishman unseen.
I'm gonna try to. I don't want to use a spell slot for this.
Yeah, you can't hear anything that Dinless is saying or even doing. Yeah, what do you want to do?
In frustration, just like swing my spear at the ground?
Yeah. You swing your spear at the ground. Nobody hears anything, but you guys see some dirt kind of indent as it's something seems to be hitting the ground.
I would like to scream, "Stand back!" and sprint a full 40 feet away.
Okay, so you just book it. You take it off and run.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say after about another 30 seconds he goes visible again. So is there anything you guys want to do?
I'm gonna chase after Urul. Wait, it's not a spirit.
I'm sorry.
I'm just sitting on top of the storage. Carrot's just kind of watching.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you
Just
see
kinda
all this
chuckling
happen.
to myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would also like to provide some backstory to this. In Urul's travels, a dude at an inn offered him a mushroom, and Urul, thinking it was a custom of the people, ate it and tripped balls for several hours afterwards, and has an irrational fear of things touching him in the dark.
Great.
Perfect.
I break down into just drunken, just sobbing.
And with that, you become visible again. You're unaware of it as your eyes are closed, as you're kind of sobbing in your in hands. But you guys now start hear and see a sobbing Dinless Plagueis in front, bloodied across the kind of shoulder and chest.
I just wanted to help. This is how I killed my whole family.
Oh!
My whole tribe exploded because of me. All I wanted was a fried fish.
Right,
Hey,
Lilith,
hey, buddy.
you see Azim close the shade.
Inside.
Of the cat.
Yeah,
Of the
just slowly just closes it.
I'm gonna go up to Arul and say, "Look, I told you, it's not a spirit," and point over at Dinless.
It's just a sad drunk. Equally scary.
The Darko Loyal kind of walks up to you and kind of goes to pick you up. And goes,
This
Dinless, please let us get you inside the carriage.
Okay.
oh God, I have eviscerated the fish man.
Yeah, you see a very nasty cut. He is bloodied. It did a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, for a sorcerer. Oh my god,
Did
he's
a strong drink make you better?
below half health for sure.
I just want to die.
Same.
I'm gonna go up to Dinless and cast Cure Wounds.
Alright, go ahead and cast it. You get 6 points back.
Pog, love,
Oh, yeah.
only
Pog
love
hurts.
rolling with one.
Mm-hmm.
Does his wound, a huge gashing wound, close up, and he's no longer bloodied?
He's no longer bloodied. The wound closes, but he's still not doing great on HP, but it's okay. You close the wound.
I mean, I'm only 9 down from full. So
Yeah. You were half health,
Yes, I was.
but now you're okay. Not too bad. Half health is a bit definitely relative to the character.
Correct.
I'm at half
Come.
health, and I have like 50 and 25. Like, well, that's my max health. So, yes, you
Let's
guys
go to the top.
you walk him into the carriage. Azim's still sitting in the corner. He's currently writing in a journal at the moment.
Gonna sit in the cart and take a trance for 4 hours.
I'm gonna go back
a long
to the
rest.
cart and stare into the floor in horror at what I've done.
So you guys travel up this mountainside for about 4 hours into the night.
While we're doing that, can I have my owl kind of like doing a circle, kind of eyeing things?
Sure. Yeah.
Have an active perception going.
Make what's your owl's passive perception? What's an owl's passive perception?
I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look it up.
I'm gonna look. It is 13. So
Sweet, yeah.
you guys can take a short rest and a long rest, depending. Only Miles' character can take a long rest because he's an elf. Everyone else can take a short rest.
Yeah, I just basically passed out on the ground or on the floor of the thing
Great.
Of the carriage.
of the carriage. Yeah.
So it's about 4 in the morning, I think now. As you've been traveling for around 6 hours total. And let's say 5 in the morning, and the sun is starting to rise. You guys haven't stopped at all in the last kind of 6 to 8 hours. But you guys start to start climbing up the cliffside, kind of evening out, and we find ourselves in a new map.
As we are rolling over, I assume we had bumped over a rock at least once, and I hit my head on the side of the bench, wake up in just hung over beyond belief. Where am I?
There we go. All right.
Oh, it speaks normally.
Who are you? Who are you?
Here we are. You guys find yourselves driving, and Darko kind of knocks on the side and pulls open the slide, and he goes, "We got a fallen tree in the way. We're gonna have to clear this out." And the carriage stops.
Did I accept a guild contract while drunk again?
I'm afraid so.
Did I use magic again?
I'm also afraid that is true.
Gods! Well, we're here.
Do
Okay.
you have a mug of some kind?
I'll be fine for another 10 hours.
This is not working on me. Here we go. All right. So the cart stops, and Darko kind of gets out and just inspects the situation, see what's going on. What do you guys want to do?
I kind of stay on the top of the cart and say, the Triton and Half Orc should probably do this. Looks like a job for them, I could say.
No more magic. I know what happened last time. No more magic.
Well, you could physically lift it, can't you?
Look at me. I'm a fish man. I can barely lift my spear out of my backpack.
Did you know fish are some of the strongest creatures in the ocean?
Oh, don't give me that.
Give me a moment.
I'm going to ritual snare outside the cart.
So do you want to spend an action doing that, or do you want to do a ritual as a ritual?
A ritual.
So that's gonna take 10 minutes.
My owl is still in the air,
Yeah,
by the way.
I know. So your owl actually sees something. Your owl sees some movement in the trees to the cliff above you, as he spots some figures in armor, kind of trying to hide in the trees.
The trees are moving? They are. Enemies there must be.
Do you have chat pulled up for your Twitch stream, Jake?
Oh, does everyone ignore me alerting them to enemies? That's pretty possible.
I have it on a separate tab, but I don't know. I know streamers are supposed to chat with their audience. I just...
When I'm outside of the cart, do I hear Timothy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on mute for a second. I'll be right
I
back.
say it pretty loudly.
Before we do anything, I'm gonna do a pause here, and I'm gonna use the restroom as well. So I don't know how I haven't prepared for that in any way.
Streamers aren't allowed to take bathroom breaks.
All right. Do you think I can trust any of you to say anything when I'm not here? I know, but I am not. I gotta shut you down when something bad happens, because if there's alcohol involved, it's not gonna go well. I don't know how I can interact with the chat and manage the D&D game. That just seems very hard to do. Do other people do? I don't watch too many D&D streams. Yeah, because Oh, you actually tuned into the stream? You can see it? What? Yeah, it's pretty delayed. You should be unmuted. How about now? Does it work?
Pog?
It should be gone. All I did was mute and unmute, so everything that I had muted, I unmuted.
Oh, yeah, I can hear myself.
Okay.
It is pretty delayed, though.
Well, first time stream, and we're an hour in, and now I'm finally looking at chat.
Oh, hey, Pog. Hey, let's get some Pog champs in the chat, please.
Oh no.
That's ugly.
I don't.
I'm just...
Oh no.
Oh, look at all these pogs. No.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Use your hatred.
You guys are also more than welcome to interact with Twitch chat. I
Hey,
don't mind.
Miles.
I just get
Miles.
distracted.
No. You're.
Ends the stream right there. Not. I can get banned for that.
All right, let's start it up.
I was just voting Palpatine. That took a real dark turn.
Literally.
Oh god.
Oh.
Okay, I want
Yeah,
everybody
no.
to toggle their combat state as active. Anyone know how to do that?
Here
Yeah.
we fucking go.
Do what?
Toggle your combat state.
In case someone didn't know how to do that, what would they do?
You right-click your token or double-click it, and there's a little sword and shield, and you're going to click that, and that'll put you in the initiative order.
All right. Oh, I see. Okay, good. There we are. Yeah. Got it.
Just gotta set up a little bit. Make sure.
They're talking in chat for the drunk fish.
Die Wolf.
Yeah.
Let's just call all our viewers like. Well, we can't call them idiots. Hello, fellow idiots.
What's the idiots in? We're the
Hello,
idiots.
I know.
We're the idiots.
So are they the
Poggers for
in?
drunk fish.
They're the.
Yeah.
I don't know. An idiot's in. I guess a bunch of idiots are coming in. Twitch doesn't like
Hello,
that word. I almost couldn't use it.
Dude, which
Patrons of the end.
Patrons of the inn. Welcome to the inn. The idiots are in. Playing D&D.
The idiot. Hey, what's up, guys? It's the idiots here.
What's up, guys? Idiots in. Yeah. Game Master Jake, Krim. Welcome to the Idiots in. We're playing some Dungeons and Dragons. You know it. Fantasy 5th edition. We got ourselves Uru, the Gladys, Plagueis, the Darth Wise, Kamorian, the Guard, and Burn of Tim. I'm a streamer now.
Pog?
I'm a streamer now.
Yeah, so let's roll
Pogus Maximus.
initiative.
Apology video coming out in 5 days.
Do we roll initiative by ourselves, Jake, or do you do it automatically for
I
everyone?
think I can roll everybody. So I'm curious. I gotta manage like 18 different tabs here. The initiative round, it looks good. This looks good. You guys didn't roll very well, but that's okay because only the owl saw. The owl can move on your turn, and I don't have an owl for you, do I? Let's get you an owl.
No, you do not.
Let's get you an owl. Can you control this bad boy? The undercover owl 0?
No, I can't.
Really?
It says it collides with a wall, so I can move him. I just can't move him above this wall.
Really?
The ridge is the wall.
Let me look.
I can move him down the road though.
Oh, for some reason I can't see. I can't adjust a lot of things. That's okay. I can move him. I'll put him up here so you can bypass the wall. All right, so as you guys kind of hear Timothy goes, in the trees they are. A couple arrows come down, trying to strike Darko Loyal, who apparently is heavy metal right now. I need to fix that so bad.
Is heavy metal? What do you mean?
Well, like every time I have a token, and like I made NPCs, and there's a module that programs randomized names for them, and so I need to try to separate them, my NPCs, from the bandit, because they have a bunch of different names, like Bandit 1, Bandit 2, Bandit 3. It does it all for me, and it's doing that with my NPCs.
So he's not just exceptionally brutal.
That's metal.
That's metal.
Um,
Damn.
So let's begin combat. Oh, let's begin combat. It's already started.
Okay, I ate. I'm back.
Well, welcome. You joined just in time. Welcome to the Idiots Inn.
Oh
Pog?
God.
Can I get
Dude, what's
idiots in the chat?
What's the Skyrim opening? Ah, you're finally awake.
Ah,
Or
you're
something like
finally
that.
awake.
Yeah.
Willkommen so das. No, hold on.
And
Yeah,
that thief over there.
So some arrows are released. You guys can see where they're coming from. You got one kind of cloaked figure with a longbow firing her arrows, missing Darko, and then hitting him for some damage.
That's a lot of damage.
So
Wow,
next,
that's a lot of damage.
I need some ones in chat if Jake should take another swig of his water bottle. Stay hydrated, people.
yeah,
I
dude,
hate
it's
this.
freaking. So another one starts to decline and start kind of. There's rope attached to a pit. And he throws it down and starts climbing down, and he gets about to the bottom on his turn. The same happens over here behind you in this direction. If it works. Great. Can I...
This stream brought to you by water.
let's turn on some music. Hopefully it's not too loud. Because I can't actually hear the music for some reason. It's only going through
There
the
we go.
stream. I hope it's not too loud in the stream. Oh, water time?
Yeah, water time.
Gotta love water. Oh, water
You fools,
bottle.
That's not water.
Water bottle brought to you by Maddie. Made a Darth Vader on this thing for Christmas. Look at it.
Simp.
It's freaking cool.
Simp.
Nah, that's
Sponsor.
pretty pog, man.
Sponsor.
No shutouts.
Welcome, idiots. In today, our sponsor is brought to you by Nobody Cares About Us. We don't have a sponsor. That doesn't
Damn.
exist.
Oh, why'd you have to make it so real, man?
Oh, it's getting intense as they're all slowly,
Alright.
slowly rappelling down. Because a couple stay up and start shooting. Oh my lord, this is very cool. Yeah, I'm getting into it. Look at me, set up. All right, Dinless, you are first to react. As all you kind of hear a commotion outside, you're quite hungover, and there's some kind of go get them. I've got this one. Kind of as a bunch of these rough men start rappelling down this 15-foot cliff here. You're still
One could
currently
say ruffians.
somewhere. You're still in the carriage. Azim looks distressed. Yeah, what do you want to do? Plagueis.
Okay, and I hop out of the carriage to try and get in view of the guys that are near the fallen tree trunk over there.
Let me.
Like over here? Can I get that far?
Yeah. So you get out, you move 10 feet, 5 feet, and then you can get to, yeah, you can get up right one before that. Right about here. So you can kind of shoot past the horses a little bit.
There's no way I can reach him with anything but fucking magic. So I would like to cast Snillock's Snowball Swarm at the furthest guy on the right by the tree.
So the guy you're pointing at?
Yes.
Cool. So
So let's do it.
go ahead and put that in the chat for me. Let me see what it does. You are good. You don't blow up. A flurry of magic snowballs erupt from a point you choose within range. Each creature in a 5-foot radius of the sphere created on that point must make a dexterity saving throw. 3d6 down. Oh my. Alright, cool. So I'll say these three all gotta make dexterity saving throws. Or else
And I should roll a d20, correct?
it did work, so it worked for you.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. You rolled fine. So it'll say Dinless Plagueis remains calm at level 2 spell cast.
Yeah, I see that.
And you rolled a 3, so it rolled for you. So if you roll... So I'm changing the rules a little bit. If you roll 20, and if you roll under the level that you cast the spell. So if you cast a level 3 spell, 1 through 3 will cause a blow up. Or a wild magic. Does that make sense?
Okay. So it doesn't go random at any point?
It is random, so like...
Well, I mean in terms of the effect.
Oh, the effect is completely random. But if the effect happens, the odds will increase the higher level spells you use. So the more powerful spells, the more likely it is that you will have a wild magic surge, and things could happen.
Got it. So just nothing happened.
Yeah, so you're good there. Both save, and then the roughy bearded looking one does not. So it's 12 cold damage, and then half as much. Okay, cool. Watch this. It's really cool. Yeah. Alright, so that bearded one completely just freezes and crumbles and dies. He's gone. So you got him.
Ooh.
Anything else you'd like to do this turn?
Do I have the ability to do anything else?
You could use your meta magic. Remember, you have that as a sorcerer.
Oh, that's true. So, I could use twin spell.
So let me take a look at that.
Oh no, I can't do that.
Yeah, it has to be. It can't be a big one like that. Cool. All right, let's call it good.
Then I'm done.
Next, we got Timothy.
It worked!
My turn it is.
I use my first to bonus action hide. Are there any barrels, or should I jump off the edge?
So if you're gonna use the hide action, you should jump to the left and then creep around and try to get a shot.
Awesome.
So go
Sweet.
ahead and roll
So
stealth
I
for
will
me.
do that.
Yeah. You seem to have completely disappeared from the battle.
Awesome.
Nobody seems to
So
notice.
I kind of flip over the edge, and then I pull out my short bow, and then I go to aim at the bearded one to the south.
Yep, so he's just finished rappelling down, he jumps off, pulls a scimitar, doesn't see you, but he's going to approach the caravan.
Awesome. So
Natural is that real?
crit sharp.
All right, we're doing it. Your first attack in D&D was a critical hit. So let's go. Go ahead and roll another D20 for me. And with advantage, because
Can I go slash roll d20?
yes. So /R space D20, and do 2 D20. Because you're inspired by this. Oh wow, you really just rolled a 3 and a 4. Do you want to use your inspiration to re-roll?
Damn. I would love to, because that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Or not? No, that was pretty happy.
Okay.
Had a change speech.
There you go. So roll again. Another one, and I'm going to describe what happens. Last one. This is for the injury chart here. You're nailing it. Okay, so you release an arrow, kind of hiding behind the cart, and he's completely unsuspecting, and it just goes straight towards, let's think, what's a good one? Where do you want to hit? Sharpshooter Timothy Burns, as you kill this guy.
Timothy Burns chooses to do non-lethal damage and strike him in the dick.
I would like to.
Yeah. Okay, alright, so, god damn it. The arrow, it's going straight for his face, but then it curves and goes straight for the tip of that dick, goes straight through the balls, all of it, just, all the genitals got just, he falls and collapses, passes out due to the pain. I guess he's still alive. I don't know, do you bleed out from that? Maybe?
You could.
We'll see. I don't know if a dick shot is non-lethal, but We'll find out at the end of the match. Well done. Would you like to do anything else on this turn?
I kind of use the rest of my movement to curl around the back of the cart, and that is it.
Sweet.
End of my turn.
All right.
I'm still to be out of sight of those. I don't want line of sight of them.
Yeah.
So kind of over here.
Sounds good. All right. Next we got some other things going on. You see another figure kind of peer over the ledge and go to. Are you in the cart, Miles? Right, Lunith?
Yeah, I guess I still am. I got out before, actually.
So, okay, so you're kind of sitting at the edge of the cart. He goes and starts to rappel down, and he lands on the floor there.
So I'll get out of the cart on the left side, opposite of the bandits, and kind of look at his name and say, no fighting, huh? And get out, and then take a shot at, hold on, I don't know if you can see who I'm targeting. This guy.
Oh! Yeah, so you kind of stand out, and you see 3 more of these creatures, humanoid creatures, they're bandits, pop up. So which guy are you targeting? Can you...
This guy,
the guy who just landed? Yeah, okay.
Gonna cast Firebolt.
Nice. Whoa, what is that?
No idea.
Why did it roll 3d20?
I don't know, I just clicked attack and that's what happened.
Why is there 3 there? Do you have Elven Accuracy?
Did it roll?
I do.
There it is.
Damage too?
There it is. It should auto-roll damage, but it did not.
That's alright. I'll just roll damage now.
Oh, I realized I didn't roll damage either. But it was a crit.
Yeah, you killed it. Alright, so you launch a firebolt at this guy, and it hits. Doesn't seem to do too much. It kind of pips and sputters on its cloak and armor, but there's no real charred hit that you got. Anything else you'd like to do?
Just go back into full cover.
Okay. This one pops up over top towards Darko, and starts to attack him with a mace, missing twice. Nice. And then it's not tabbed to that screen. I don't need to see that. We've got Urul. Max. Let us wait.
Yes, no, okay. So, Uru this entire time has been furiously scribbling in his journal. And he looks up and he sees all of these people around him, all these banditen, as he would say. And he's just going to say, "You are daring to attack my friends? Then ich werde dich töten."
Just a second.
And then he pulls out.
Alright, the order just changed. Sorry guys, what's supposed to happen?
And he pulls out his axe and charges at the nearest dwarf.
So yeah, you
near him.
burst out of the carriage, and you see to your left a bandit. He's got some armor. He's got a big mace in his hand.
Alright,
Yeah.
so as my bonus action, I'm going to initiate my rage.
Alright, so you are now raging.
I am pissed that these people are trying to keep food out of the mouths of the villagers. I say, "None shall be for you," as I attack with my great axe.
That hits. So you swing, and so you have an option to become frenzied rage, which gives you exhaustion, but it allows you to attack as a bonus action. So you get to choose when you rage if you want it to be frenzied or not. Just let you know that is your subclass feature. But yes, he takes the axe, and it is damaging. Why is that happening? There it is. All right, sweet. He's looking pretty bad. You get a good swing across, and he tries to bring up his mace to block it, but you just completely power through his defense and cut into him. He's looking pretty bloody. Anything else you'd like to do?
Alright.
I think, yeah.
I think that's all I can do, but yeah, I'm just gonna...
Yep, so yeah, you're there. A bandit at the top shoots a crossbow down at you, hitting for 9 points of piercing damage. Right in between your, like... Actually, you're not wearing armor, you're a barbarian. Oh, he gets you good, right in the neck. And it doesn't go all the way through, but it'll hit.
I'm going to just scream and yell obscenities at him.
Dinless, the thug that you spellcasted, looks straight at you and he charges with his mace, going for a running lunge overhead swing at you, hitting an 8. So you dodge out of the way as he strikes the ground, and then he goes to bring it up again against you and possibly hitting the horse. Missing yet again. Your AC is 11, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he misses twice. This guy is not quite the best fighter.
That's what I like to hear.
And so let's go back to the top. I think the order changed, but I'm not quite sure. That's okay though. So we've got the archer, I think, next. So most of them have like hand crossbows and crossbows, but this one has an actual longbow and seems to be more proficient. One goes to Darko and one goes to Umu as she fires 2 quick shots, hitting Darko and then hitting you as well, Umu, for 11 points of damage. But it's halved because you are raging. So let's say we'll round down. You take 5 points of piercing damage. Darko takes 12. That is their turn. Now Azim steps out of the cart, takes a quick peek, looks around, and goes right back in.
Where the hell?
And he seems to be kind of watching and listening from the inside.
I'm going to yell at him. Coward! You do not represent your people as well as you might expect.
As you're saying that, yeah, a whiff past your kind of past your body as a mace throw just kind of comes at you, and another backswing, missing you again as you react this time and actually block it. Now we're going this guy.
Now I'll say, shit, piss, bitch!
Nice.
Because he doesn't understand how cursing works at all.
Alright, Dinless Pelagus again.
Alright, so I would like to... I'm going to yell like a madman and try and stab this guy directly in front of me with my spear.
That does not hit.
Then... I don't have an action, do I?
That's it.
Then shoot, we're still here.
Yeah. Alright, Timothy. Timothy Burns.
Oh, yes. I kind of, well, I first used my bonus action to hide. I assume I'm hidden.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to take a shot at the other bearded boy. Oh.
You were lagging. You were lagging everything.
Oh, sorry. Like Miles is.
Yeah,
like,
I know. It's a thing. I actually hid that from the stream, so it doesn't actually pop up.
Oh, cool. And then I take a short bow shot at the other bearded boy on the ground.
All right.
Can I ping it all on?
I can see. You can target.
Oh, do you see that?
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Sweet. Yeah, I attack this guy.
All right, you got advantage. Oh boy, that's not going through like that. You hit, and go ahead and roll damage and sneak attack. 8 plus
Awesome. I need to roll sneak. Is it 2d6 for level 3 or is it
Yeah,
1d6?
for level 3 it's 2d6.
Okay, let me.
Tiffany burns. Yeah, he got another kill. Another one. Poof, another short bow just strikes true, and gets this guy right through the neck. He's dead, for sure. Falls immediately, just face first.
Sweet.
Let me find him on the. Is that guy? Yeah, sweet. Anything else you'd like to do?
If I walk all the way over here, will I have line, or will anyone have line of sight on me?
Not. No. Because
Okay,
the cliff is too high for this guy to see you.
I thought that guy repelled. I thought this guy repelled down the cliff.
Did you kill this guy, didn't you?
I did non-lethal damage to him.
Right.
So
That's the guy I shot his dick.
That's right.
Yeah.
I gotta show that
I
he's
want-
unconscious. There we go.
I want to stabilize him if necessary.
You take a look at his wounds, and you think that he might need to be stabilized quickly if he is going to survive. So, do you want to make a medicine check to tend to his genitals?
Hell, it's us.
Yeah, sus. Touching the other man's balls.
So I'm going to so as my free action, because I assume my action is done and everything, can I pull out a candle and a tinderbox?
Yes. Yes, you may.
Or I assumed I had a tinder. Oh yeah, I do have a tinderbox. Cool. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. So your passive investigation now kicks in as this cliff wall to your left, kind of starts to shimmer, and it actually turns into a whole separate cave entrance as you start to see past an illusion, and light blasts you, and you can immediately see that there are two horses in front of you, carrying another carriage with a man driving it, and he goes. And I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do I notice those horses at the end of my turn, or is it still my turn when I notice
If
them?
you want to do something, if you have an action, if you want to notice this, yes, you can do
Oh,
it.
never mind. It doesn't matter. I had speak with beasts, but it was with small beasts, and horses don't qualify for small.
As they ride out.
How do you do saving? Did I do that right?
Yeah, you're good. You do a nice little action roll backwards. These horses, and you are not trampled.
Does the guy get trampled though?
He can't. He fails all dexterity saving throws, so he does indeed die.
Damn.
This is very frustrating. It's kind of broken. As it is this guy's turn, who you will see in a second.
My AC's 17, Jake. I'm gonna go grab another beer really quick.
Great. We shall figure it out. So, because last time I clicked that, I think I rearranged the order there. So, what did he roll? That makes sense. So we'll go with what he does after Jayla gets back. We'll move on to these guys over here. Nice. The music kind of stopped and it threw me off my game there. I was like, whoa, it's quiet. You guys hear anything?
Not music, no.
Oh, now
No.
not anymore. Well, a little bit.
Okay. Gotta find out where I was again. I need to find a new setup because it is not working for me Yeah, it's really laggy. All right, so another crossbow bolt lands. What's your AC? Yeah, no way it hits you. Kind of lands into the side of the carriage. Another two as they are trying to shoot at you, Revenith. Let me continue. Class. This one rappels down on kind of over this other one, and that's the end of his turn. And Revenith, you're up next.
So, tell me a little bit more about the people that just pulled up right here.
Okay, so two kind of guys in kind of like studded armor and cloaks come down with maces. One just rappelled down, and one is currently fighting you. And then over here behind you, you've got a. You can kind of saw through the other carriage. You saw a kind of elven-looking man riding, kind of driving a carriage outside of this rock itself. But you see that it is obviously an illusion, and the cave is revealed to you that there is a kind of inward cavern where the carriage must have come from. And it kind of pulled up, and it has currently stopped, and nothing else has happened quite yet.
Is there anyone at the cart?
Driving at the front, the cart is closed, and you cannot see, and it's another carriage type cart. It looks a lot more beat up though. One of the wheels is kind of waggly.
I'm gonna cast a firebolt at the wheel.
All right. Roll to hit.
I mean,
It has AC. That hits.
okay.
So you do. And it.
Damn, Miles.
But is it flammable?
It is.
'Cause
It is flammable. So it is now on fire. So it's not burnt, but it is burning. So you do 2 damage to the wheel. It's still intact, but it is now on fire. So I gotta remind myself of that.
And then is this cart covered? Or is this cart provide me full cover?
It does from anyone on the ground, but it's half covered from anyone on top of the cliff.
Okay, I'm gonna move over to this cart then and wait for someone to get out so I can fight him.
Great. Right, these guys are tussling up here with Darko. Couple attacks. Oh, 1 hits. And then Urul, you're up next. You're currently raging and in battle with 1, soon to be 2 of these bandits.
Alright, well, I suppose I will attack again. And finish off this bandit right in front of me.
That hits, and it does not kill him.
Shoot, then I suppose I will frenzy and hit him again.
Okay. Sure, yeah, let's do it. So after the rage ends, you will take 1 level of exhaustion. Cool, go ahead and roll to hit. Yeah, you kill him. So, do you want to describe it, or do you want me to?
I would like you to.
Okay, so you get a good hit in him, and you're like, how is he not dead? And your rage slowly begins into a frenzy as you quickly, bam, bam, at quicker speed that you can think, just teeth bare, just starts cutting at him. And after you kind of finish the slice and dice, you turn to the next one, and he looks like, oh shit. That's a frenzied half-orc right there, and he prepares his mace for your next move. Do you want to move? You can move. You have your movement there.
All right, and can I climb up onto the? Can I climb up to him up here? Like, is it this bandit you're talking about?
I'm talking to the bandit below you. Is the one on the level ground.
So it's this guy who's still alive.
Hold on. I'm trying to. That guy's dead. This guy down here.
This guy right here?
That guy's dead too, isn't he?
No. Yeah, he is.
See, my screen needs help, so yeah, I need to fix this for sure. So there's 2 dead guys here, and then there's another guy. Let me look at the stream. What is it showing? Okay, so that guy on top rappelled down right here, to
Okay, yeah.
right about here, and he's like right next to you. So, and then that guy's dead. Where is that? Cool. It says he's dead. Cool. There we go. I think we're back. So you do have your movement. That's about it.
Okay.
You gonna stay right there?
Yeah.
Sweet. A light crossbow goes down towards Uruk because he's there. A 13 does not hit. You, I don't believe. And then we're back to Dinless as this thug you've been fighting. You just missed him with a spear, and he kind of and he swings back, like breaks your doesn't break your spear, but hits your spear down and goes for another strike on you. You duck out of the way, just fine. And then he comes back again, and you duck out of the way just fine. You seem to be tussling with this guy pretty well, given that you're not the most protective of people as a sorcerer. He's rolled a, I think, 5 about 4 times in a row. So, good job.
Well, at least I'm shifty.
Yeah, kind of with your spear, drunkenly going at him, or hungoverly going at him.
And nothing like the din of battle to cure a hangover.
Yeah. And so we got some more longbow strikes coming in. It's going to go for Rylunith for a 24, but you have half cover, which gives you a +2. So I think it still hits. Miles.
Hold on.
So, Miles, you get hit with a longbow for 7 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm confused. Gotcha. Alright, and then another strike. She sees that she can actually hit you, and she goes for 23, which hits yet again. Wow.
A 23 for me?
Yeah.
Doesn't Defender win those tied rolls?
No, attacker wins. Whoever rolled the dice wins the tie. So
Oh, okay.
with a saving throw, if you tie the DC, you succeed. If you're the attacker, you tie the AC, you succeed.
Okay. How
So
much
it's
damage?
12 points of piercing damage. How are you looking?
Hold on.
Bloody.
Okay. And then we go to Azim. Azim steps out and kind of looks around, and he sees there's a thug right there. Kind of peeks out, and I guess, right, Looney, you can see him pop out, but you're not quite sure what's going on. Timothy and Urul, you see him kind of throw nothing, but then a sort of silvery, translucent, like, spike just emerges from his hand as it strikes this bandit. It's just 2 little, like, translucent spikes come in and just go into him, and immediately disappear as they strike, and he falls dead with seemingly no wounds. And then he steps back inside. Next we got Thug and then Dinless. So Dinless, you're up next.
All right, so this guy is pissing me off, so I'm gonna start hurling my spear at him.
You miss.
Then I'm going to try and back up and create space.
Alright, so you start to back up, and he goes to swing at you as a reaction, missing you again. And so, yeah, you can move your whole movement if you want.
And we're gonna back up to here.
Yes, you've got, like, you can probably travel 20, 30 feet, so anywhere around here, really.
Then we're going to here.
Great.
I end my turn in a murderous rage.
Alright, Timothy.
Awesome. Is this guy bloody at all? You see my
hold
little
on
mark?
One moment. I'm losing a lot of memory here.
Oh, no stress.
Didn't he die?
This guy, which guy? Which mark? Yeah, that guy's dead. Sorry.
Oh, no worries.
I was looking for him. There he is.
Do I have line of sight on the driver of this cart?
You would, if you step forward 5 feet, you could get him without half cover, or with half cover. If you move even closer, you could get him without anything.
Awesome. So I'm going to use my first action or bonus action, excuse me, to stealth.
All right. Doesn't
Sweet,
seem to
and
notice
then
you as you approach.
I'm going to do that. Does that get rid of half cover on him?
Yep.
Sweet, and then I'm going to make an attack roll on him.
You have advantage, so 20. That hits, so go ahead and deal your damage with a sneak attack. Okay.
That's
Wow.
unfortunate.
That's minimum possible damage. Still did a good amount. He's not the tankiest of boys.
And then I'm going to back up a little bit and kind of tuck into the cave where the false area was hidden.
Yeah, so that's a good 15 feet inside of there, kind of going underneath the
Just
rocks.
I do that just to kind of get out of line of sight from everyone on the ridge.
All right, sounds good.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right. Now this thug is going to try to shoot. Well, he saw that Earl has killed. There's 4 dead bandits down there. He's not going to rappel down. He's just going to use his heavy crossbow. Hitting a 14 on Earl. Ooh, does not hit. He use a bonus action, loads it up, crossbow, fires another one, missing again. So two crossbow bolts just kind of hit the ground around you. And we continue. All right, so now, Miles, what you've been waiting for, the cart kind of starts to shake a little bit as the door bursts open. And you can count maybe 6 or 7 more bandits in the similar gear kind of start filing out. So let's... Do you see them? With one guy looking bigger than the others inside.
Where are they getting out from?
The back, so the door opens.
Okay.
One second. 1, 2. Where are you? Scooby-Doo. There you are.
Is the fire from my firebolt spreading?
Yes, it is. So go ahead and roll another firebolt damage on that.
1 sec.
See how much damage it does. The wheel is still there, but it's starting to burn, and you can see the integrity is almost none. And give me 1 second. It's really tough. This is not like the simulations, I'll tell you that. Because there's a lot of lag. And I can't... A lot of the modules I have, I think have stopped working. So that's really cool. That's okay though. And we go... the guy in front kind of turns around and sees the wheels on fire. And he throws kind of his hand, a ray of frost releases from his hand as the kind of constant force, the fire starts to get put out as the scorched wheel is still standing, but it's unsure if when the cart starts moving how long it'll stay. As we keep going. One of the thugs goes and tries to bring his mace down on the door. Just straight up just trying to attack it. 2 hits, both dealing damage, and the lock breaks open as the door swings, and your alarm is tripped. So a loud noise in your head starts tripping.
It also goes off for everybody.
Okay, so everybody in their head, or like audibly? How did you set it?
Audibly. I'll put the spell in chat. 1 sec. I don't actually know how. to do that. Oh wait, info. I mean, hold on. There we go.
Okay. All right, so it's loud and it's bad, and it goes off. Everyone can
So,
hear it. This
yeah,
kind of Azim kind of pokes his head out and sees what's going on, and he starts to seem worried. But I guess nobody can really tell. Nobody's really paying attention to him. And you see them start to, like 3 of them burst into that bat carriage, and you're not quite sure what they're doing. But now it is your turn.
So if I cast a thunder wave, who would it hit?
It would hit, I believe it's a, what is it, 15 feet?
Oh, show.
15-foot cube. So you could hit. Did a little thing pop up for you?
No, I didn't ask it to. Hold
Okay.
on.
So it's pretty much a cube originating from you. So
I could hit all of these guys.
yeah, you would also hit the carts and the wheels, and you'd hit all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
All right.
So they have to make a Constitution saving throw of 15 or better.
Do you want to roll the actual spell?
Yeah, I can.
So it rolls the damage and stuff? Perfect. Alright. Fail. Fail.
They also get knocked back 10 feet.
Fail.
Oh!
Fail.
The wall.
Fail. Alright, and fail. So everybody takes 7 points of damage and are knocked back
10 feet.
10 feet. So from you, the cart starts to tip as a huge crackling wave of thunder just starts to blow both of these carts kind of sideways. As
What the?
these
My dog just threw a ball at me.
You're ignoring your
Okay.
dog? That's
Yeah, she just
that's
threw a
payback for
ball
you
at me.
beating her.
Sorry.
You can't say gay on stream, but you can talk about beating your dog.
I'll say
Continue.
your cart starts to tip and the horses start to pull away on both sides. And this one,
Does that
this
wheel
one-
on their cart take damage?
yes, it takes the 7 points of damage, and the wheel just so it like the force of the thunder just completely puts the wheel like sideways and throws it off its axle as the entire axle just kind of shifts and the back of the cart flumps down. These guys are thrown into the very back of their own cart, and then as your cart starts to tip and it completely tips on its side.
Does it hurt the people inside
Yes,
too?
yes, it does.
Because, well, the boxes would probably smash them.
Yes. So let me go through.
Big damage, boys. Big damage.
Big damage.
So, Timothy, a bandit just gets propelled past you at insane speeds all the way into this cave. Just instantly, you can hear the neck snap as he just lands on it wrong. Instantly dead. Let's go down the line, see who's there. You dead. You're not dead. Are you? Okay. That guy's still alive. That guy's dead. 1 second. I wish I would skip dead people. Alright, so. Yeah. Great. Let's go next. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
How many people died from that?
You're not quite sure. Most of them are out of your reach, but you know for sure that one of them did.
Okay. Then I am going to end my turn.
Okay. Some thugs are still fighting. Darko is still dealing with these guys up here. He's taking some hits, but he ends up killing one of them. And then severely damaging the other. Next is this guy, and Urul, you're up.
Alright, well, I suppose I have no other choice but to charge at the bandits I see. I am red with rage and have to go after them.
Yeah, so they are kind of in this direction on the ground. A bunch of them just rushed into the caravan that you were protecting, set off the alarm, and then a big thunder wave just sent the carriage on its side, and broke one of the wheels and sent a couple off into the distance too.
Are we talking about our own carriage or their carriage?
Your carriage.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack them here. The closest one.
Well, that one's inside the carriage right now. You can't see it. If you want to go around and go inside, you can attack.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
So you open the door, there's a bunch of boxes, and you see two mangled and unconscious / dead bandits inside of the thing.
Okay, so I suppose if they're incapacitated, I'm gonna turn around then. And this guy right here, one second, hang in. He's up for grabs, right? Or even the big one.
Yeah, so these two they slowly start getting up as they are they're inside the carriage, so you can walk in and go after them.
Yes. Alright, so I'm going to attack to hit this guy.
That does not hit.
Okay, so suppose it glances and then I come back for...
That hits, and then you get an extra 2 to that, and you kill this guy. As you he kind of blocks your first attack, but you come in a crazy, frenzied, quick attack, come and slice his throat with your great axe, just hitting the side of the carriage, killing him.
Alright, sick. And then I will wait for the big one to get up so I can kick the shit out of him.
Alright, you see a couple bandits start running in this direction. And we've got... This one approaches Dinless and goes for another attack. Missing. Finally! Hitting with a 12. Dinless, you take 5 points of damage as he finally just get over here, and he just smashes you across the shoulder with this mace. Not feeling too great.
Yeah, we hate to see that.
Yeah. Next, we're at the top. This archer still starts flying things down, but as doing so while moving, good. Actually, just dashes over here. And then Azim gets out completely and climbs to the top, and he starts to throw these invisible, translucent, silver spikes, kind of at these creatures, or these bandits, killing this one up here. That's about it. Now, Urul, in front of you, this man kind of stands up, and as he stands up, he starts to kind of tower in compared to even yourself in strength, as he wields his own great axe and goes to just charge you and push you and tackle you outside of the caravan. So why don't you make a athletics check for me?
Gotcha.
You get caught kind of off guard, but in your rage, you do have advantage. You still didn't beat him. As he just full shoulders down trucks you, bursting out of the door. You see a human kind of tackling Urul to the ground. Well, not to the ground, kind of just to the outside. You land on your feet, and you're kind of both here as he tries to swing at you with a great axe. Missing.
I whip him from limb.
Dinless, you're up next.
I've been closed in on, and I'm not doing that. So green flame blade time.
All right. Go ahead and roll attack with your spear, and then your flame blade will activate if you hit.
And then I should roll a d20, I assume.
That hits. So you deal. So with your spear, ignites in a green flame as you go for a strike, and you actually land a strike for a good. I think it's 4 points plus your 4 points of fire, and the 6 points would leap to any creatures around you. But unfortunately, there's no one else there, so you takes 8 points of fire damage. He's not looking too hot.
Did it not roll random for me?
Not for cantrips.
Oh, not for cantrips? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so cantrips are stable enough, and they're not powerful enough to cause any sort of chaos. Timothy,
That's a shame.
are you speaking? Because I can't hear you.
No, he's not speaking.
Okay.
Who?
You.
You.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
No worries.
I was I was looking at a meme about Gatorade rice. I'm back.
Breakfast of champions.
Yeah. So I am first going to use my bonus action to hide from the person I just pinged. I assume he's still alive. That was one of the guys that got blasted from Maz's Thunderbolt.
Which guy?
The thunder.
This guy behind you?
Yeah.
Yep. So you can go deeper into the cave, and go ahead and roll. I think that's
Awesome.
your best option there would be go deeper into the cave
Sweet. So I go deeper into the cave.
and roll stealth.
Oops. Sorry. I clicked the wrong button. There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You just totally disappear into the shadows, completely.
Awesome.
That hits. Now roll damage with sneak attack. Nice.
If I end up killing him, I do want to do non-lethal damage to him.
He is. So it's 14 points of damage. He's still alive.
Yeah.
For you it is, but for everyone else it's not. All right, so should be. Where's Rylunith in this? You're next, because you should be next. I think
Okay.
my settings got messed up when I reloaded, because nothing's
gonna
happening how I wanted it to.
I'm gonna target this person.
Okay.
I'm gonna target Firebolt. Firebolt.
Firebolt.
Fire.
Firebolt.
Firebolt. Firebolt.
Okay, go ahead. That hits. Nice. 4 points of damage. Just a good blast. Doesn't do too much. Doesn't seem to break the skin, but you have definitely hit.
Can I crouch to get full cover?
Yes.
I'm a
You
crouch.
can get 3/4.
I'll get 3/4 cover then.
Yeah. Now, the kind of elven-looking mage starts to climb over the top. He looks down and he sees that there's a tipped-over caravan, and his wheel is gone, and he takes his hands and they light on fire as he walks to the edge and casts burning hands in a 15-foot cone in front of him. This cone of flames just unleashes for about 6 seconds. I want everyone to make dexterity saving throws. So that includes, I believe, Rylunith, Urag, and then Azim as well.
Got it.
So not me?
No, you're good. You're just out of range.
Where would I go?
Ignore that. Wrong one.
Azim is just fine. So, whoever failed the save takes 12 points of fire damage.
What's the DC?
It is a 15.
Oh.
So I believe, yeah, you guys both take 12 points of fire damage, and the cart ignites in flames, his own and the other one. So both carts are now on fire as the supply starts to burn. And he turns around and walks back.
Oh.
Way.
I'm going to cast Absorb Elements.
As the reaction?
Yeah.
So you have resistance to this damage, right? So
That's-
yeah. Oh, okay. Let me look. Okay, so yeah, so you take half damage. So you take only 6 points of fire damage, and so now the next melee attack you make, you get to deal an extra d6 of fire damage. So when this flames unleashes upon you in the cart, you react in. I guess you're an armorer, right?
Yeah.
So I guess your armor, your gauntlet catches a lot of the flame as it starts absorbing into your gauntlet, and you kind of clench your fist, and now your gauntlets are charged with fire. Isn't that right?
Fine.
You use
I'll
the
do
gauntlet
my
thing
fault.
instead of Iron Man, right?
Yeah. I'm
You're the fist
basically
puncher. You're the
Thanos.
punch boy.
Got the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. We got Thanos over here. Nice. This thug goes and tries to strike Timothy Burns. Goes inside, and you hid before you attacked, right, Jaywell?
Yes,
turn?
or I hid before I attacked.
Okay, so yeah, so he knows where
But
you are.
I am in the cave. but
Yeah.
This guy, I assume, should see.
He's the one you shot at, right?
Yep.
Okay, so he's gonna go try to attack you with his mace. Uh-oh.
Crit charge.
Let's see. Ooh. One moment before I find out how I'm going to kill you instantly. We got a new Liam on our hands.
Oh no.
Okay. So let me. Yeah, that's not too bad. No major injury chart on this one.
Oh, cool.
So he gets you with a really great strike, and you're a little small as a gnome, and you're knocked back against the wall and knocked prone as he strikes you for. I lost my page. 14 points of damage. Boy. That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. But watch me fade away.
Now that's a lot of.
Timothy Burns gets strike, and then you immediately disappear. Right? You become invisible.
Yep.
And this lasts for 6 seconds. The end of your next turn.
Till the end of my next turn.
Okay. At the end of your next turn, you are invisible unless you attack.
I put
or
it in
do
the
stuff.
chat if you want to see it.
Cool. Yep, got it. All right. Let's go. Uru. You got tackled, and you were both kind of fighting. You just got burned. It's not looking great. What do you want to do, Max?
I'm going to attack that barbarian with all my might.
Okay. Roll to hit. That hits. So
Sick.
you
And
take
I'm gonna attack
10 plus 12. That also hits. No, it does not. No, that one misses.
Darn it.
Its
Alright.
AC is 13. Next, should be skipping the death even though it's not. Alright, Dinless, you're still in your duel with this guy. He misses you. No, he doesn't. That's a 22.
Oh.
I was going for the... Alright, so you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he strikes you.
I'm not in a good place right now.
Why is that happening? Yeah, this fight's getting intense. I'm trying to give you guys some early XP. Back to the top, the archer, still alive, throwing shots, ends up actually starting to rappel down. And Azim goes, and he starts to throw these things at this archer, but misses as she starts to repel.
There might be a fireball nearby. Ignore it.
The archer seems much more light on her feet, maybe elven-like. Now the berserker, big dude with an axe, goes and makes a swing at Uruk for a 15, missing him, and that's what he does on his turn. Next we go all the way through all these dead people.
Jacob, go ahead and get rid of that 5-foot radius ball of fire.
Oh, I haven't seen that. This guy's dead.
It
What,
didn't mean to.
what is this? How did you do that? That's awesome. I haven't seen
It
this
just
before.
did it. Well, it was part of a green flame blade
Oh, really?
where it
Okay.
said
I see.
it was something to the effect of. Hold on a second, let me go back.
Yeah,
Spells damaging-
anything within 5 feet could take that damage. Every time you guys type in chat.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Yeah, I got rid of it. Should be good.
Okay, that never happened.
Yeah, you're up.
Me?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm getting real tired of this guy, so I'm going to. I can't. I'm too close. I'm gonna cast Flame Blade again.
Okay. See if you can hit. So roll with your spear and let's see what you got. That does not hit. The sorcerer is using his spear as his primary weapon. It is not looking great. Timothy, you just got
I'm not
thrown
far enough away to use magic.
across. You land. You immediately turn invisible, Frodo style, as a little gnome. And now, what would you like to do?
The ring.
So you're about you
Toss it in the
probably got
fire.
knocked 10 feet or 5 feet in. So you're probably around here into the cave, or here. Yeah, there you go. What would you like to do? Timothy Burns? Mr. Burns? Bernie Burnman?
Yeah. So I'm gonna have my owl that has been gone until this very moment and decided to pop up.
Yep,
'cause I
flies
completely
back
forgot
in.
about him. He goes down over towards this guy to kind of just use the help action. He can't cross this. I think you made this a wall in the map,
Yeah.
so he can't cross
Yeah.
it. So he goes to help as and I take the attack action with my short bow still being invisible.
You have advantage. And that
Does
hits.
no 11 hit?
That
Oh,
hits.
spicy.
Yeah, they're wearing cloaks and stuff and some like leather. So
Gotcha.
God.
10. Yeah, you kill
Minimum
him. Though.
damage again.
You kill him.
I do want to do non-lethal
Okay,
damage.
just making sure. So yeah, so you get him.
Yeah.
Nice little arrow bonk in the head, and he just goes unconscious.
Awesome. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to kind of hide in the cave area.
All right. go
Because
ahead.
right as I shoot, I become visible again, and then I use my bonus action to hide.
Yep. Sounds good. Yeah. Jesus.
Poggers.
Got a good +9 on there.
Oh yeah. And that's the end of my turn.
This guy's gonna take a shot at
I-
Azim. What was that?
Nothing. Sorry.
So, right, Lunith, you see a crossbow bolt fly past Azim's head. You see him duck, and he snarls at that guy. And I want you to make an insight check for me.
Alright, 1 sec.
Azim is not very happy that he just got shot at, as one would be getting shot at. But you can kind of hear a detachment kind of coming from their cart as this elven character starts to ride off on one of the draft horses and gets 60 feet. Next we got Ryleth Kamoria, yourself.
I'm gonna go right here to get flanking on this guy.
All right.
And so with advantage, right?
Yep.
Gonna hit that dude with my gauntlets. So I guess I don't know. I guess I roll normal attack.
Do you have a gauntlet thing that you can roll from?
No, it's just it's considered a simple melee weapon.
Okay, just roll a d20.
I also have advantage,
Yep.
but
So,
that'll probably hit.
Roll again. You might get the crit.
Crit charge.
Okay, so you hit and you. How do you want to kill it? You get your fire damage on this one too.
So I'm gonna close my hand and basically run behind. While I'm running behind, I'll turn to Dinless and say, "Watch and learn, my friend." And then I'm gonna run behind and punch him back in the head with my gauntlets and explode him with fire damage.
Oh yeah. So you reach around and you get a shocking just punch, and his entire head just gets engulfed in flames as he gets knocked off the cliff, and just flaming, falling, bouncing off, hitting a cliffside, another rock, and landing kind of all the way down at the bottom. Oh, let's make this immersive. Watch this. See that.
Gonna play the Windhell stream.
Yeah, now he's tiny. So look, there's depth perception.
Depth perception.
Yeah, it's immersion.
Depth perception?
Can I roll perception for depth perception?
Yeah, roll some death perception.
Can I roll for death?
You are dead.
Pogger.
I'm dead.
Damn, I was out here living a dream, bro.
Alright, Uru, you are still fighting a large man.
Yes. And I'll continue fighting this large man.
That hits. Wow, that's a lot of damage. 18 points of damage because of your rage.
Alright, and another.
Yep, hits. Another 14 points. You're doing a lot of damage to this guy. He's looking pretty messed up.
Alright. And I suppose that's where I'll stay, because I wanna put this guy in the dirt.
Yeah. Alright, let's go through. And we're back to the seemingly elven archer at the top of the round. Hops on this horse and begins to ride as well. As Azim goes next. Azim kind of notices Ryluneth and he goes, "Nice one." And then he, without looking, throws two more these invisible transcending blades at this guy at the top. Let's see, he's got disadvantage because he's being cocky. So let's see if he hits. Yeah, no, he's good. He kills it. This guy up top dies.
No need to show off.
And he falls. And next, the Berserker is still fighting Urul with a great axe, missing. Then we get to Dinless. It's looking pretty clean.
Alright,
It looks like it's only this Berserker and Urul fighting. Kind of one's half in the cart. Actually, you guys should be like this. He got kind of tackled you guys outside of the cart. And the supplies is still on fire. Both carts are burning. Azim hops off after that because he realizes it's burning.
So everyone's dead but that berserker?
Pretty much. I mean, you got the two trying to ride away currently back down the trail.
Alright, let's see what I got going on here. So I'm going to yeet myself
Okay.
over to there. I think I have to go to. I think I can go as far as here. Yeah, that's 30 feet.
Okay, that's not a second. So there's,
And I am
here's where that's
going to cast Chaos Bolt at the. Hold on, I need to target this guy right here.
lovely.
The
So
one on the left.
there's a male and a female.
Yeah, the male I will cast Chaos Bolt.
All right.
at him.
Okay, go ahead. Put that in the chat. Whoa. You are calm. Oh, you're getting close to rolling bad though. All right, so let's look. That hits. Do we got auto roll damage on this guy? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll the. Oh, this is a tough one. This is a weird one.
I have to roll it. I have to roll a D8 and 2D8 plus 1D6. for
Yeah,
damage.
so in the actual chat it should say it should have the box. You can just click on that box and it'll roll it for you. Or just the 2d8 plus 6. Okay, so you rolled a 5 and a 6. You get to choose if you want, what is that, lightning or poison.
I choose lightning.
So lightning damage on this guy, and you hit him, so yeah, he takes it. 13 points of damage as you launch a orb of absolute chaos. It's just mixture of all these different elements, but finally it kind of reaches its destination. You see it spark with electricity as it strikes lightning into this this elven man's back, dealing 13 points of lightning damage to him. He is still on his horse.
Is he bloodied?
Yes, he does look bloodied. You can see the burns kind of going through his robes onto his skin. Timothy.
That is my turn.
Timothy Burns.
Yep. I am ready. And I kind of pop out the cave, and so I cannot pass this wall.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I can't change the walls right now. I don't know why. It won't let me. I don't have any visuals other than the tokens. So all of the drawings, all of the walls, all of the rulers, all the tiles that I did, completely gone. So I'm gonna have to fix that for next time because that's not good.
Yeah. Sweet. I kind of come out and look around, and it seems like the only person that's really left is this barbarian boy here.
Yep. And he is currently fighting Urul, who is doing quite well against him. But they both look
Awesome.
pretty bloodied, pretty messed up.
Sweet. So since I'm still hidden from my thing last time, and I have an ally within 5 feet,
You will be
I
getting
will take a
advantage
short bow attack.
and sneak attack. That, let me check, does not hit.
Damn.
Yeah.
I said, tough to hit it is. Go, my pretties. And I tell the owl to go about and use the help action for Urul to give him advantage on the next hit.
All right, which I think is coming up now.
And then I also back farther into the cave.
So the man riding the horse goes off another 60 feet in that direction, and turns the corner, and you lose visual on him. Now, I think Rylunith is next. Yeah. So yeah, Rylunith is next.
Okay. So, how far away are the people on the horses? Well, I'm gonna move to 30 first.
Alright, so they're 100 feet away. This guy's 100 feet away, and this one is, I guess, where are you moving? How far can you move? You got 30 feet?
Here.
So you move here.
Oh,
Yeah, you're
here?
about 50 feet away from her and 100 feet away. Well, you can't see him. You lost line of sight around the bend. I should have made more map, but it kind of curves to the right, up towards the
All
middle.
right, I'm gonna shoot a firebolt at her.
Okay. How are you doing that check, that sightline thing? What are you doing there? Are you targeting her?
I'm double clicking. I'm double right clicking on them.
Great. That's perfect. Do that more. That's really cool. Yeah, that
And
hits.
I will-
That hits. So roll damage.
Do I don't think it's been adding my bonuses.
What are your bonuses?
I don't think it's been adding my bonuses this entire time.
Well,
Hold
you
on.
get a bonus to hit. I don't know if you get a bonus to damage.
I can double check.
Well, spells innately don't have bonuses to damage, but I don't think you
yeah,
have
yeah.
any. I don't think you have any infusions that increase your damage yet for your spells. Unless you want to check
plus-
if the arcane focus gives you damage too.
No, arcane focus does not.
Okay. Yeah, so that's about right. So you do get plus 8 to hit with that though.
Yeah, and I do 3 damage to her.
Yep. She looks bloodied as well as the firebolt hits on her shoulder, starts to burn. She pats it out as she's riding. Urul,
Yes.
you were fighting, and an owl comes in and starts pecking at the guy's head, distracting his defense, giving you advantage on your next attack.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh!
No, that doesn't
Oh,
hit.
that doesn't hit.
That doesn't hit. And that's a critical failure.
Wait, he still has advantage, so it's a 17.
No, he only has advantage on the first attack. So it's well, yeah. No. I'll say, do you want to use reckless attack? Do you have
Yeah,
you have that
that's
ability?
True.
I'll give you a retcon. You can say you recklessly attack him for 12.
Yeah, okay.
And with that, how do you want to kill this guy? There you go.
I am going to, after missing my first one and it planting in the mud, I'm going to grip it with 2 hands, bring it up, and eviscerate him, like completely split him in half from the groin down.
All right. Make a strength. Make an athletics check. See how far.
Let him focus on the groin, boys. What's going on?
You gotta hit them where they hurt.
Oh yeah. So you coming top down or bottom up?
Bottom up.
All right. So distracted with the owl, you come down, you hit straight into the ground, and you're like, oh, you're so angry, you miss. So you flip your axe and you just bring it straight up, slicing into his under, through and out, and all the way up. And then the chin goes, and so there's blood all over you. You are covered in this man's blood, absolutely covered, head to toe. Some sprays everywhere, some sizzles on the fire, and his body kind of splits and lays face or back
Fuck.
to the ground as it is absolutely brutal. And next up is her, and she rides 120 feet around the bend.
Disgusting.
Disappearing around the bend. Lag. And with that, do we want to keep in combat, or would you like to end?
Is everybody dead?
Everyone around you is dead, and it seems like these two are fleeing, and they are riding at 120 feet every 6 seconds. Just full dash.
Oh, I can do something. Oh wait, I can't see him. Can I see him if I move 30 feet?
Probably not. Let's see. Move 30. No, you wouldn't be able to. The bend is it's shallow, but it goes around. You can, if you dash, maybe. You could. It's possible.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to cast my spell.
Right.
Anyway.
You could be able to next turn, but then that's another 120 feet they could go.
Yeah. Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
My range is 120 feet, but
Yeah, they're about 200 plus feet from you right now.
yeah, I'm good.
Well done.
Woof.
You've succeeded. Nobody's
Nice.
died. But the supplies is currently on fire.
Does anyone have any water or ice spells?
Azim kind of stands there with his hand on his forehead, just kind of like...
Who was the dumbass that used fire?
Well, it was the elf that attacked it with the cone of fire.
Azim stands in silence, firelight reflecting off his eyes, as all
I
his
could use
supplies
wall.
starts to
Villagers.
burn.
I can make a wall of water.
Well, why didn't you say so earlier?
That's a bad idea, I'll give you that.
Well, it might help the current situation.
If you
Yes.
say so. Then I will cast Wall of Water on the cart. And it's gonna
Let's see.
10 feet wide. It's gonna show up as 30 feet, but it's gonna be 10 feet wide and a foot thick.
Okay.
Lengthwise on the cart you should go.
I think it just puts out the entire cart.
Yeah, I'll just say you
Okay,
raise the water, and you want to just release it instantly and have it splash all over the cart.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so you rise the water. Roll a d20 for me. Wait, this is a third
Sir,
level.
what-
Wait. You can't cast this. Can you?
It says I have it. In
It
my
might be
innate spellcasting.
It's your rate. So wait, at third level. Is this a third level spell? Let me look.
It's a third level spell, but it's an innate spellcasting spell.
Yeah, but I think you have to be a certain level to cast it.
Really?
But
Then why is it here?
I agree. You could just have it because you're a Triton. Let me look at just the race. Let's see what their actual race description is.
Because I have Fog Cloud, Gust of Wind, and Wall of Water as my 3 innate spellcasting.
Yeah, I know. And it'll give that to you, but you can only use it. I think you have to become more powerful as a person. So I'm looking it up right now, and it is
Okay.
real slow. It is not like this at all. Okay, I need to fix something. I don't think this can work for streaming. I gotta change my setup. So at 5th level, okay, third level you can cast Gust of Wind within. Starting at 5th level you can cast Wall of Water. So once you hit
Then
level 5,
Ray of Frost it is.
you can cast. So yeah, you can Ray of Frost it. Wow. All right. So yeah, you start throwing rays, but as it starts to, it's a little aggressive as the fire does get put out and it melts and then the water hits, but a lot of the supplies is getting either burnt, soaked, or frostburnt with these strikes. It is seeming, it is putting out a lot of it though, but as time goes on, you are losing over half of the supplies to the flames.
I'm gonna stop.
But after around,
Better than letting it all burn.
so this will take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to kind of clear all of the fire out. Does anyone want to do anything that time while Dinless is doing this?
Starting with them, I guess.
Azim kind of just stands there and he hasn't said anything since.
My character goes to the dwarven or whatever race person that I did non-lethal damage to, and pulls out some hempen rope and goes to kind of tie his
Great. Yeah. So
so I can remember, did we choose a survival check or a sleight of hand check for knots?
either one,
Okay.
depending on where your knot skills come from, I guess, or intelligence. I don't know. Give me a reason why your character would use the skill for tying a knot, and I'll say that's good. All right. So you tie a DC of 12. I don't like that.
Can
You tie
I,
him up. We should have a standard knot, because then you can just untie it and retie it until you get a 20, right?
Yeah.
So let's just do a standard a passive. What's your passive vet score? What's your passive sleight of hand?
19.
So at 19. So you're gonna get a good strong
Okay.
19 roll.
Cool.
So you're a great knot tire.
But if I
I'm
was
actually
like
gonna stop
much
at a
in
zoom.
combat and I chose to do that, then it would be an active roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I like that.
I think it's good. Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna stop and say they were rather well armed and well manned for just some bandits.
Azim he's kind of scratching his chin, and he finally says a word after around 10 minutes. Agreed.
Well, if he's just gonna stand there in silence, then I'm going to do something.
Well,
but
not
does he
after
respond?
10 minutes. You come up to him, he says nothing for 5 minutes, and then say you come up, and he says, agreed. I've not seen the use of magic like that before. It seems much more well organized than I guess I was prepared for. They would rather see the supplies destroyed than the hands of Stratford.
Interesting. Uro, can you grab this man that I point to the man that I just tied up, and I say, we should check on the supplies, make sure they're okay.
And I go to the storage cart to kind of try and open it up, or kind of look to see how the supplies are.
Yeah.
Make
So
sure.
after kind of Dinless has put out most of the fires, you kind of collect, and you see that there is most of the grain and food is completely burnt and destroyed, but some medicine actually survived, as well as some food survived. The blankets are gone, and half the food is gone. So you have about half the medicine, half the food, and no blankets.
I'm going to start looting the bodies to look for anything identifiable, and also just for general loot.
So you make an investigation check. Azim actually starts doing the same, and he so you notice you start looking around the bodies. You see that a couple of each one's got a pouch maybe of 12 to 15 copper pieces. They all have very well-made weapons. They are they're not just these goblin weapons. They're not some poor blacksmith. Like, these are made by possibly a professional army. And so you start seeing the similar things. These maces are finely crafted, and you keep looking around. But then you notice Azim crouching over the dead barbarian, and you notice him holding his wrist, and you see him do something, and you kind of see him. You see the same shimmer as you did before, and then he drops the wrist, stands up, and continues to look through the supplies with the rest of them.
What?
I'm assuming.
That's a little suck.
Hell, it's,
Well, your guys' passive investigation's like.
Well, I was actively investigating. What have I seen that?
Yeah, you
my
did see it.
passive investigation's decent.
13.
Yeah, oh, not as good. I thought I had proficiency.
Yeah, so it's against his deception.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I'm gonna interrupt them and say, Azim,
He's kind of stands and looks around and goes, yes.
what did you do right there?
I was seeing if I recognized any of the bandits. This one in particular. He seemed.
I'm going
bigger
to.
than the others.
I'm gonna go over to the body, and I'm going to detect magic on his wrist that he just did.
Okay. Go ahead and do you want to use a spell slot, or do you want to take 10 minutes?
No, I'm gonna use a spell slot now. So
yes.
I don't think I roll.
No, it's not
I
a roll.
didn't-
So you immediately you get a huge aura of illusion and magic coming towards Azim. But you already know this, as you have
Mm.
met Azim and you understand what what he does. But there is a fading evocation magic coming from the barbarian, slowly fading until after about 30 seconds it's no longer there.
And what is
Sorry,
revealed from it?
conjuration.
What is revealed from it?
Um, it was a sort of spell that seems to have changed or what's the transmutation? It seems to have changed something on that was on his wrist.
Can I use Arcana to dispel it?
Well, it's not like the effect has happened, so you can roll an Arcana to see what you understand of what just happened. So yeah, that's good enough. So you sense a kind of a transmutation effect on his wrist, and when it fades, there's no longer any magic affecting it, and it is still the same wrist as you saw. So you deduce that Z must have cast some sort of transmutation spell that just permanently changed whatever was on his wrist. There's no reverse spell that can like snap you back. He just kind of did a change, and so you know that whatever was there is probably impossible to be returned without the proper like magic power.
Mm.
So
I would
you
like
don't know the
to
spell to
over.
do that.
I'm gonna stand up and look at him and
No,
say,
he's currently searching through, and he takes some medicine and walks out with it, and goes and takes it to this carriage, as
uh,
you kind of are inspecting.
"Do I?" So when I investigated all the other corpses, did I find anything on their wrist?
You did not.
I'm gonna get in the carriage with just Azim.
Dinless, what do you want to do?
I'm going to walk up next to the carriage, sit down, sigh heavily, and pull out a flask, and I'm gonna roll Constitution on that
All right, go ahead.
because it's time to drink.
How strong is the stuff you got? What are you thinking?
Quite.
Okay, so it hits you pretty quickly.
Fuck!
But
Almost died.
so yeah, Azim kind of sits and sets the medicine down, and he starts to walk back out again. He's not. It doesn't seem like he's staying in. Um, but he goes and steps over, and he starts detaching the other cart, the flipped kind of the one axle, or one of the two things is still connected, kind of broken. So he works on disconnecting that, and he goes, Daka, would you mind figuring out the tree situation, please? That would be
I'm
most
gonna keep following him,
generous.
and I'm gonna try to talk to him.
Okay.
Does he listen to me?
Yeah, he kind of goes, something on your mind?
Azim, if we're to be working together, I would at least like you to be honest in what you found on his wrist.
He kind of slowly nods, kind of looks down at back what he's doing, and he kind of always the inquisitive type with you, isn't it? And he kind of
I wouldn't be very good at my job if I wasn't.
he kind of releases it, and the cart kind of falls, and the carriage rebalances, and he goes, "Well, I did know him. He was a mercenary that worked with us before, and I was checking to see if he had a new mark. He did not.
He didn't have what?
A new mark.
A new mark.
The mercenary clan I knew him from marked their warriors on their wrist. He was more tribal than the other ones, and I thought maybe he had a new mark. If you want
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, do you want to roll insight on that?
Yeah.
Can I intrude on this conversation?
Yeah, you're listening in.
Alright. I want to say his tribe would have been swallowed in mere days by mine.
Azim kind of nods and goes, "You fought well, Uru, of Gratitis. Can't really pronounce your name. Miles, you don't know. He seems suspicious as he normally does when he comes to his secrets, but he does seem like he's telling the truth.
Can I bluff and pretend like I don't believe him?
Well,
Well, I
yeah,
guess I
yeah,
can choose
you
not
can
to
always
believe
do
him.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'll just Azim. You know I'm not foolish, my friend. Why would you cover it up if it was just simply someone you knew?
Roll a deception check.
Well,
Or-
I'm not deceiving.
Well, I guess you're. Well, why
I
would
know
you
he
cover
covered
it
it
up?
up,
You
I
do
knew he
know. You
covered it
do
up.
know he covered it up from your Arcana roll. Okay.
and I also know that it is like a permanent
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah.
So I'm not lying to him.
Yep. No, you're not. You're right. He kind of squints at you and he goes, "I don't believe you've gotten the correct impression of what was going on there. I don't quite understand what more you want." And you can roll an insight on that if you want as well.
I guess I will. God, these insight checks suck. I'm just gonna. Well, I mean, it's really just to see what he's trying to allude to, right?
He seems like that. What his story, from what you're concerned, is he knew this guy, maybe not personally, but he knew of him, and he was checking his wrist to see. That's his story. He's checking his wrist to see what new clan or tribe he followed. That's what he's claiming.
I know, and I'm asking. Well, okay, I'll say this in character.
Okay.
I apologize if I'm not phrasing this correctly, but I just don't understand why you would cast magic on his wrist to remove his markings if it was simply of his tribe.
Azim kind of stops what he was doing and looks up. Ryluneth, I do not believe this. I do not believe you know what happened. You must be mistaken. Nothing like that took place. I do
well,
not,
I
I
don't
do not
even have
possess
to
the
roll
same
insight.
magic you might think. You're right. And yeah, that's what he says.
I mean, I guess I just already know he's lying. I don't even have to roll insight, right? Because I know it used transmutation magic.
You know that he is. I mean, if you know one truth and you hear another, you can know that he's lying, but you don't sense deception from him.
Sure.
And your advances have seemed to be easily. He doesn't seem like fret that you.
What coming?
Yeah, he doesn't seem like that he's caught. He doesn't feel that way.
I'll just say, Azim, I know you use transmutation magic.
Is that it?
Well, I'll say I know you use transmutation magic. Why all the secrecy?
He kind of chuckles and he goes, "I would like to stop having this conversation now if I could. It doesn't seem like it's getting us anywhere." And he goes back to
I'll just kind of yell at him while he's walking away. I simply want to know what we're up against.
and he kind of over the cart, "As do I, Mr. Kamoria. As do I." And yeah, so he keeps doing supplies. After a while, Darko asks Earl for your help. Or yeah, Earl of
Yeah.
I cannot pronounce her name. It's so tough. And
What
so
diet
you guys start lifting the tree, kind of pushing it to the side, and I want you to make an athletics check with advantage.
Can I go back to the barbarian?
Yeah.
I'm gonna investigate him more, not just his wrist, but everything about him.
Great. Earl, you successfully, with the help of Darko, slowly start rolling this tree around, and it kind of clears the path enough for the two horses in the cart to get by. You investigate the body more, and it's pretty disgusting because it's cut in half. But it seems to be just a humanoid, a human man, not wearing any armor. The great axe is very strong.
Do I find anything on him?
No. It seems to be a mystery. Even with your roll, yeah, you rolled well. You can be pretty sure that this body is clean of any sort of anything other than its absolute filth and blood.
Hmm.
So Dinless is drinking. Timothy Burns.
I'd
what would
like
you
to make
do?
another Constitution check because I have taken another swig.
All right, go for it. Oh, this is starting to hit you a little bit more. It's starting to get exponential. But you're still in the early slope. But it could get worse very soon. Oh, was that a horse?
God, why did I use that magic?
I kind of prop up the guy that's passed out on the like the cliffside / ledge, and I attempt to wake him up or see if I can get him up. I don't know, like.
See how long he's passed out. He's starting to come to, but he's really not. He's not willing to be awake yet. Like his eyes
Can I go
flitter,
over?
and he goes and nods back off.
Can I go over to where Jiggle is? Ritual cast cure wounds.
You cannot ritual cast Cure Wounds, unfortunately. But if you want to heal him, you can, or you can wait until he wakes up. Azim kind of steps out and goes, "If you wish, you may take him with us if you must, but we should be leaving soon.
Can I?
We don't know
Much
if
to
we're
learn we do from this man.
What was that, Mouse?
Sorry. Can I investigate this cart?
Yeah. Roll investigation. You determine the cart wasn't full of anything other than maybe some straw and dirt. It's not very well taken care of, and it does resemble the other caravan or cart that Azim is currently in right now. It seems as though it could be another Merchant League carriage. Older. But not much else than that.
Can I start, like knocking around the cart to see if anything's hidden within it?
Yeah. You don't find anything.
Okay. I'll get out and go to back to our caravan.
Darko kind of hops up on the good old driver's seat, and he goes, "Is everyone ready to leave? We should get going."
I ask Urul?
Yep.
Urul.
Yep.
Can you help me put this man on top of the storage cart? And I kind of point to the guy that's tied up.
Yes, you guys have a tied up bandit there. So we're actually detaching the storage cart altogether. It's burned and
I thought we saved like half of the supplies.
well, the supplies survived, but the cart burned and it's no longer of use.
Oh, so are we storing
whatever?
all the
Yeah,
supplies in the cart,
whatever
or-
supplies is left is going into the carriage with you. So you've got a big crate of medicines and a couple bags of grains and flour.
Okay.
And
Then I ask
yeah.
him to help put the bandit on top of the standard cart. Then I assume you can go on top of this cart.
yeah.
Animation makes it look circular.
It's
but-
flat. It's flat.
Okay, cool.
I'm
Okay,
gonna,
so I ask.
I'm gonna ask Azim. So, what tribe was he from anyway?
He kind of nods and well, that human is from the desert. I believe when he lost his way from the Calastian dwarven city, he joined a group of marauders that plagued the Merchant Guild or Merchant League, the Almerian Merchant League, for quite some time.
Can I roll
Yeah.
Can I roll a history? I'm gonna roll a history check first
Okay.
to see if I know of any marauders that would tattoo their people within the deserts like that.
Okay. Okay. So you and your elven lifespan have seen many things along your way, and it is very common, at least you know from humans. Um, Different tribes have a lot of different markings and tattoos. You're not quite sure. The wrist thing is obscure. Most tribal tattoos are facial or on the arms or chests. On the wrist, that's a little less common for tribal folk because usually the tattoos are supposed to, you're supposed to see it. It's these they wear their tattoos with pride. A tattoo on the wrist wouldn't really do exactly what he might be claiming, but it is possible.
Can I use my future researcher to figure out where I could find out more about those?
So yeah,
Uh,
as a researcher, if you want to know more about kind of the desert and the different, academics that have been kind of written about it, there is a university at Adara where you came from that could hold the information.
okay. And then now I'm going to roll. Can I roll an inside check with advantage, knowing that nobody really does that with their wrists?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude!
He again seems very sincere.
I'm going.
You have not sensed that he's lied to you, even though a part of you knows he definitely did. But
I'm going to keep pressing him.
he does seem like a nice guy.
I know of his nature, so I'm gonna keep pressing him.
Okay.
Azim, I
Does everyone want to? So I'll say, Urol, do you want to help this bandit on top of the cart? You guys did that?
I assume.
So Urol takes this bandit, kind of throws and lands on top. And Timothy, are you gonna join on the top of the cart?
Yes, I do want to grab one of the heavy crossbows though
Okay.
that they were and
Yeah.
I assume it's still loaded and just have it there, kind of pointed at the bandit.
Sure.
Figured it'd be easier than just having my bow strung the whole time,
Yep.
you know.
So yeah, you got a crossbow. Are you proficient in heavy crossbows?
I don't think heavy crossbows. I think light crossbows.
Okay, so
but I figured I could.
you just don't get your proficiency bonus on the attack
Yeah.
roll, but all is good. You get the gist. It's wait, you're a gnome. I don't know if you can wield heavy crossbows. You have disadvantage on your attacks with them because they're so big.
Oh, even if it's on the ground and I'm just pulling the trigger.
Well,
and shooting at 'em?
if no, situationally you wouldn't. But if you
Okay.
moved and you had to move it, you would have disadvantage on the attack. So if you're saying if to threaten him, and to shoot him if he tried to do anything, you would be fine.
Awesome.
But if
sounds good.
something
I am
happened,
I'm also gonna kind of time in place onto the front end of the cart.
okay.
I assume there's kind of a spot to kind of do that
Yep.
near the edge where the driver is.
Yep. So yeah. So there's so 3 people can fit inside, 2 on the front, 1 on the top. 2 on the top or I guess as many as you want on the top. So who's sitting where?
Sweet. So me and the tied up bandit is on the top.
Okay.
He's tied up and tied to the cart with 2 separate knots.
Gotcha.
And I have a heavy crossbow aimed at him.
All right. So here's our setup here, and we got supplies in the other slot. Sweet. And the horses will be pulling you like that. So this bad boy, unfortunately, is burnt to a crisp and gone. Hold on. Sweet. So we can end it here, or we can continue our journey. What do you guys
I
feel?
have one more thing to ask him.
All right.
He speaks Elvish, right?
I believe yes, he does.
Okay.
I do, yeah.
Does he speak Sylvan? I'm gonna ask him something in Sylvan.
He looks at you, and he nods and smiles. Not that one.
I'd say something
then-
in Dwarven.
But the Dwarvish. He was about to reply something in Dwarvish. I recognize. He says, "I recognize this tongue more than, and the Elvish, the ancient Elven."
I'm gonna speak to him in Dwarvish so that nobody can understand what I'm saying except for him.
Okay.
I'm essentially going to say, Azim, my friend, I appreciate your candor and kindness during this whole journey. But I am a very well-traveled man, and I know that no tribes, at least that I've never heard of, don't tattoo on the wrist. They tattoo so that everybody can see their tribe. Now, I understand that you may not want to divulge information to the rest of these people, but please, whatever you tell me won't change my opinion. I'm simply here because you've requested me, and for the gold. Now, if there's anything I can do to help, please, just telling me will allow me to help you further.
He he replies in Dwarvish. Oh gosh, what would he say? That's good. That's good. Making me think. I forgot the first part of what you said. You said you were a well-traveled man. You know that the tribes wouldn't use their. Okay. He kind of responds in Dwarvish, and I value your skills. I guess it's more of a Dwarvish dialect, and intelligence as an elf. But for the same reason, the Merchant League's territory can be confusing to most, and I can tell you that there is definitely a gap in your knowledge about the subject. But I appreciate your help, and I believe we should speak of this no further. And he, instead of, that charismatic, like, oh, everything's fine, it turns straight to, let us not talk about this anymore. As in, he's done with it. And then he returns to common and goes, oh, what a way to lighten the mood, Relunith. So, a good old dwarven banter. How fantastic. Do you chuckle
Yes,
with
the language is quite hilarious.
everyone
I'm a
else?
racist.
Yeah, I don't know. They said, I guess they said some funny joke in Dwarvish. I don't know if anyone understands Dwarvish. You understand what they were saying?
I understand primordial if that helps.
It uses the same script, but no.
I look at him and I say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know any jokes in Primordial," and I smile.
Damn it!
Does he know Primordial? He does not know Primordial.
I don't know Primordial now.
Yeah, does he?
I would
yeah.
like to switch to primordial and tell a joke to myself.
So you guys have gone off. You started traveling. I'll just say that you're walking along the road.
I'm gonna go into a trance and rest. Long
Okay,
rest.
so you guys are about. So you traveled for. So you should rest soon. You should stop and rest. Just like let the horses rest and make camp for the day, for like a 8-hour day, and then return. But you, Azim and Darko both think you should travel a lot further, find a more secluded spot, and then hope the bandits don't find you. So you guys go, and does anyone want to make survival checks to see if they want to find a good place to
I
park
will
up?
make one with disadvantage because I'm drunk.
Yes, perfect. I'd love it.
I'll just make a normal survival check.
Can I assist Miles in making a survival check?
I don't know if I can make one with disadvantage, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So Miles got a 19. So Miles, you are or Rylunith, you find that there is a small trail that goes kind of up into a more secure cliff area of the forest. But it has been traveled recently. Your tracking skills, whatever skills you have, I believe it's not much. You got lucky. You noticed that there are boot prints and hooves coming to and from this area. And again, you remember you were told that this path is rarely traveled. And they seem fresh.
I'll mention that to everybody.
Okay.
Pretty much exactly what you just said.
Interesting this is.
A squirrel.
You just got out.
Yeah,
It's not.
you did cut out. We couldn't hear you there.
Oh, I just said it drunkenly that I saw a squirrel and that it was nice.
Darko kind of goes in front and he kind of opens the thing. It's like, so? Are you saying the bandits use this trail? It's quite possible.
Well,
Azim kind of sits and goes, well, we do need to let the horses rest, but I'm not sure if it's safe to move on from here. It's possible they won't be coming back that way.
I can create an alarm around the barrier of the campsite.
Azim kind of nods and he kind of leans out and goes, Mr. Burns!
Yes.
Mr. Burns, I believe you have a companion with you.
Perhaps?
It might be wise to scout the surrounding area for any remaining bandits that may have survived or be camping out in the mountains.
I could do that. I could use a quick, if anyone can heal up this wound. And I lift up my arm and it's profusely bleeding.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys need a rest pretty bad. It's probably the better idea to make camp here, because the horses can't go much further, and you guys looking pretty messed up. Darko is not doing the best, but he's not bad.
I'm fairly certain I'm much more than bloodied. I'm at 8 hit points.
Yeah, so I think
Right now.
everybody except Azim is bloodied. Darko and Azim don't seem to be bloodied. Everyone else is. So
Yeah.
you guys travel up the path, and you guys find a secluded spot that you don't think any creature or any bandit or any humans have traveled on, and you start to make camp for the day. It is around 5:36, so it's.
Can I make an investigation check?
Yeah, for what?
Just to see if it's been traveled recently, or if there's
you
anything
don't
else
see
around.
any traps in the trees, but your knowledge of tracking does not convey through investigation. You'd have to make a survival check. Okay, so you kind of check the surrounding area. You see that there are tracks of some small to medium game that have been in the area, but other than that, it seems pretty void of humans. You do go pretty far off the trail, as far as the wagon can really go, to from the place you saw. So you went up another terrace of the mountains, and you kind of maneuvered through the trees, and you found a spot that you think was far enough from the initial road or the side path.
Okay. I'm gonna create alarm around the perimeter, or use a ritual to create an alarm around the perimeter.
Alright, so you guys want to light a fire, or just put out some bedrolls, take a nap, sleep it off, bound your wounds, take a long rest?
All
Yeah.
that sounds good to me.
Alright, so
Probably
you
the best idea.
guys camp up. If you have rations, consume them. Just one ration. If you don't, maybe go hunting. I don't know. There's a lot of opportunities to do. You got a whole day ahead of you. But go ahead and take a long rest.
So I'm gonna make it a mental alarm, and I'm designating all of us here, including Darko and Azim, to not trigger it.
Okay. So, do you say that to everybody else?
I'm just letting everybody else know that I'm creating an alarm.
Okay.
Sweet.
Just wondering if they would know exactly the details.
Actually, I'm going to tell everybody that I'm going to say now it'll wake me up if anybody enters, but if any of you don't, or if it's any of you, then it won't go off. I'm actually going to designate it for everybody but is me.
Okay. Do you want to make a deception check for me?
Okay. No. I mean, you wouldn't be able to tell how I'm lying. Knows maybe that I'm lying.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't seem to react.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys take a long rest. Go ahead and click that long rest button. You'll get your spells and health back. I say if you guys, you should all have rations. I believe we imported those in. Azim does not sleep. He starts writing and reading a journal next to a bedroll.
I only take 4
Yeah,
hours.
so you also only take the 4 hours. You kind of come out of your trance 4 hours later. Azim is still awake.
Did it ever
reading.
trigger? It would have triggered if he left or entered.
No, it did not. And
The
everybody
long
says-
rest button isn't working for me, Jake.
Let me look. Take a rest. Do you hover over it?
Yeah, I hovered over it and then it adds, and then I click it and then it does nothing.
So I hover over it. I go to the second option. I click it, and
Yep.
and it pops up a new window, and it goes take a long rest, and I click rest.
Oh, that makes sense.
Did it work?
It was on a separate window, that's why it.
Ah.
Yep, that worked.
Okay, cool. So everyone
thanks.
looks rested up. So you guys want to end it here? It's been 3 hours, so we can call it. So I think that's
Yeah,
a good,
probably best.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea, yeah.